do rum, I'll do like a coconut, a pineapple, or a like tropical flavor rum. And it's usually in not like a daiquiri form.
Speaking of daiquiris, if any of you get a chance to stop at an Applebee's anytime soon, that daiquirita is fucking delicious.
Mm.
Is
It
it the
is
sort of stuff?
very sweet.
Is it the sort of stuff that you can like down pretty well? It's smooth, and then not realize how many you've drunk.
So, well, here's the thing with okay, so the $5 muchos look like it's a lot of alcohol. They're really not. A
Gotcha.
daiquirita's claim to fame is that it's got Rosado tequila in it. Other than that, all it is sweet and sour mix, margarita mix, frozen, and strawberry puree.
Sounds about right.
So it's really not that strong. And the frozen ones slow me down anyway because they get so goddamn cold and fill you up. I like when it's on the rocks.
I'm building another leg.
So you're not building a mystery?
I said, what you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm building Boba Fett. I'm building my husband, okay? Don't judge me.
I'm not judging. I think it's adorable.
Well, I look like I'm so into it right now, don't I?
You're hyper-focused.
Yeah. Really. It's the ADHD is definitely kicking in. Which I think it's going to be very dangerous if I ever start getting back into Legos again. Because I will, like, shut up, don't talk to me. I'm working on Death Star.
I get into weird modes at work now, which are like halfway between hyper-focus and just like speed through work mode.
Oh my god, you don't understand. I had a Connects phase as a kid. Like, it was all Connects. That's what kept my ADHD in check.
I had a huge Bionicle phase when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Bionicles.
I have
like 2 up there. Because those are the favorite ones I custom made.
Okay, it's this one.
Yeah, I had the roller coaster and the Ferris wheel, I think, for Connects.
Oh god, I had the motored Ferris wheel. I had the roller coaster that was actually a physics set. It was supposed to be like you bring it in. It's for a classroom to teach about physics and motion.
Cool.
My papa was a physics teacher in high school, and he'd gotten the set. I was like 12 at the time when he gave it to me, I think. His 8-year-old students could not finish it in a week. I finished the entire set myself in 2 days.
Damn.
Yeah. I did not fucking joke around as a kid when it came to Connects.
A lot of my kids got in trouble for making guns out of Connects.
Ugh.
They're like, please don't make those. You need to dismantle them. Why? And this teacher gave no shits. And basically said, look, 1, guns are illegal here. 2, guns in a school do not have a good history. So cut that shit out.
That's fair.
Very true.
I never understood, like, as a kid, why, like, and this was a stupid thing that us kids would do, but sometimes you had, like, Ziploc baggies that would have, like, sandwiches in them. So once you were done with them, you'd, like, blow them up with air and seal it. And they go, bah! You know, and blow it up. All the teachers would be like, don't do that, you know, and all that kind of stuff. We're like, what? It's just popping a balloon, basically. What's the problem? I didn't understand why they said not to do that until I was 23 years old.
Yep.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not to mention the PTSD of just being a teacher in general.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, I spent almost every day trying to teach 3-year-olds not to play guns at school. Like,
Yikes.
they see it all the time. They think it's fun, and you're like, no, 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 too violent. We're not doing that.
Oh god, when I was in 2nd grade, me and the boys would play World War II on the playground.
That's
Wow.
hardcore mode.
Yeah, we were all military. We were all military kids, so if we were gonna do it, we were gonna go all out.
And here I was just happy we pretended we were Pokemon trainers.
I had a 1,000-yard stare when I was 8 years old.
And it was always like, there were always like 7 Misties, because Misty was the only girl.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll just be a boy then. No, you have to be a girl. There are 5 other girls.
Yep.
Let me be a boy.
Yep.
God, I didn't know how true that was going to be.
Yep.
Oh my god, Chris just spitting straight truth.
For the love of
But
all
it's
the gods,
crazy.
let me be a dude.
On a whole
Soon.
other note, I don't know
Soon.
if everyone has heard, but Helen Mccrory passed away.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Helen Mccrory played Narcissa in Harry Potter,
Oh my god!
and also played the aunt in
Uh,
Peaky
Aunt
Blinders.
Polly and Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
Who was, by the way, a certified stone cold bitch.
Oh, she was
I-
amazing.
I
her.
loved her.
And yeah, no,
If
she
you've heard
passed
I
away.
believe I'm correct in this assumption. If you've heard the audio of a blade being drawn, and if I decide to come for you, that's her.
That's her. Yeah.
Just like, no, okay, it's fine.
Which you have to imagine, that wasn't that long ago. She died of cancer.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
you- I wonder how long she's had that diagnosis.
my guess is a long while, and she kind of wanted to fight it out as much as possible.
Yeah.
Did they identify what type?
I haven't read all of it. Her husband is the one who announced it. It just said that she died. She lost her battle with cancer.
I did see that, but I didn't know who she was exactly, and I was like, oh no. 2021 and 2020 have taken so many
Yeah.
just amazing actors.
Oh, she was in Skyfall, the Bond
Oh.
movie.
I still haven't seen.
Oh, who did she play?
MP Claire Dower.
Oh, her. Yeah.
See,
Mhm.
the first time I saw, well, I first saw her obviously in Harry Potter, but then after that she was in an episode of Doctor Who. She was one of the in Matt Smith. She was one of the vampires, Fish from Space.
Yes, I do remember.
Alright, I should probably get into announcements, shouldn't I? I apologize.
It's okay.
I am being a Star Wars nerd right now.
I think we're all collectively distractible.
Okay, but like
Yeah.
I've had a horrible day today.
But
Let
now
me-
you're here.
Let me hyperfixate.
Yeah,
Speaking of which,
there you have fun.
Alright, but yeah, let's get through some announcements. Hello everybody, welcome to Kingdom Chronicles. I am your host, turn to page 394. Here with Bart of the Midwest, Brian T, Bryce Sosceles, MN Chief, Alpha Hannah 5311, Aki Obsession, Bridgie Lee, and Icarus of Might. We are here for episode 57, session 57 of our campaign. Yeah, we're getting closer to 69. We are getting closer to
Nice.
69, that is for sure. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get some announcements out of the way. The most recent update to the merch store was the Outer Rims Misfits merch. So that is available in the Teespring. You can get tumblers, t-shirts, stickers, posters, all that jazz. So if you're a fan of Star Wars and you watch our Wednesday campaign that's hosted on my channel or Kitsune's, which he just sent the link for our link tree. You can find the store linked in the link tree as well as the card for Black Lives Matter. I believe we also have the card for the Stop Asian Hate as well. And also links to all of our social media and shops and YouTubes and Twitches and all that. In light with Black Lives Matter, if you are going out to protest, please stay safe for the love of God. Please stay safe. Have buddy system. Any information you know about protests should be in the card. Just please stay safe, you guys. We are still in the pandemic. Do wear masks. I will get all of my VODs uploaded this weekend. I did not upload this week because I was just very mentally drained. But I'll make sure to have my YouTube updated tomorrow because I'm not going to be really doing anything tomorrow anyways. So yeah, be on the lookout for some updates to YouTube for any past sessions you have missed. And just a quick announcement for next Wednesday, we are still on a break from Outer Rim Misfits since Alice is finishing up a theater production at her school. So we'll be doing part 2 of the Superheroes one-shot that was ran by Daisy. He is a part of the Outer Rim Misfits cast. So yeah, if you liked the first one-shot we did, we're doing part 2 next week, so make sure you tune in next Wednesday on my channel or Kitsune's. Any updates for Sarah's shop or for Bridget's shop?
For me, just a reminder, I have in my link tree, which I can put into the chat, or I think Kitsune has mine.
I think
Either
Kitsune
way.
has all of them.
I am taking donations if anyone wants to, as I am getting a whole bunch of prints and mat boards and shit like that done for a show in about 2.5 weeks.
Woo!
I'm doing an art show in Westchester. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah. So that's and I did actually add reminds me, I did recently upload a new piece of work. Let me pull up the image. Do. Can I share? I can share.
Yeah,
Yay!
you should have. I should have share screen on.
Da.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's got that dark, angsty vibes for anyone who might be interested.
Lord knows we have plenty of edgelords in our group. Look me in the eye and tell me that I'm wrong.
You are absolutely not wrong.
I never said that.
Edgelord. Yes. So this is an option for anyone who might be interested. I have another announcement that is not shop related. It's actually just a cool plug I want to throw out there. I discovered last night during our game, I started hyperfixating on things as well, a NPC tracker program that is useful for anyone who uses Mac products or Apple products. It is both a computer app and a phone app. And without giving out too much information, I can write in all of my NPCs' information and just keep track of it for my own sake. So it's like whether you've met them, whether they're still alive, where they're located, what their jobs are, what they're associated with, whether they're your allies or not. I just think it's super cool. It's just called NPC Tracker. Check it out.
Alright. And Bridget, while she does not have any updates for her store, she does have an Etsy shop where you can get D20 Demi-Lich skulls. You have like 8 of those left. She has 8 of them left. They are $80 each, and they are honestly worth the money, so make sure you check her out on Etsy. Her store is linked in our link tree, and help her make some money, because she works really hard on these.
Yeah.
She worked very, very hard on these, and they are very, very gorgeous.
They are worth the money.
They are. That's it for my announcements. If anyone has announcements they want to throw out into the universe, they may do so.
Quick announcement. My job interview today went really well.
Woo!
I hopefully should be notified either Monday or Tuesday. And I told them mainly about Thursdays for Tales of Yggdrasil, and they are okay with me having Thursday nights off. So the game shall continue.
Yes, yes,
Um,
yes.
Because it is a nightclub cocktail bar setting, I may not be in some games, but obviously I'll let you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I'm going to be starting on the new artwork for Outer Rim Misfits.
Ooh.
And quick one page. The one that I did for Clawgoo. Can I send you the image via Facebook, or would it be better to send it?
Email it to me.
Yep.
Email everything to me. If you need my email, I'll message it to you later.
Yeah, if you
That's
could.
that's the best way I can get the best image quality to upload.
Yep. When you're able to, if you could send me.
I'll do it right now. Before I forget.
Other than that, yeah. So Tales of Yggdrasil every Thursday, midnight UK time, 7 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. CST. And that's it.
And don't forget, Humblewood is this Monday. So tune in for that.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Fandelver is postponed indefinitely until one of our players gets moved into his new Diggs house. I can't speak. Yeah, AJ's in the process of moving, so I'm just putting the game on hold until he's settled down and all that. So everybody who plays with me, I will give you all an update when we get back to game. I think that's it for announcements. Hannah, you know what you must do, but do you have the strength to do it?
It is time.
Do I have the strength to do it?
I was making a Star Wars. I was making a Star Wars reference, okay?
No, I know. It was a wonderful
I've
reference.
never heard. I've debated with Hannah before. I've never heard her so offended. You don't think I have the strength?
Settle in, kiddos. It's time for a good old story time. Once upon a time,
Not long
there's a
ago.
group of amazing people, and they fought dragons and fought monsters of all kinds of sorts. But they're not the kind you think of. See, these dragons and these monsters lived inside their heads every day, and yet they found the strength to push through and live to the best of their abilities. Now, as a lesson to all y'all, I'm going to tell y'all about these amazing people. They were strong, they were smart and intelligent, and they had a talent beyond anybody else in this world. They were blessed just to be with each other, and I was blessed to experience their lives, especially through D&D, a fantastical world where nothing was exactly real, but it really did feel real. So, I just want to let all of them know, take care of yourselves, drink water, know that you're loved and you're cared for, because I'm here. Yeah, that's right, you sons of bitches, I'm talking to you. Y'all are awesome. Y'all keep your heads up. Keep trying. Don't stop. You're going to do all right. Bless your hearts, all of you. I love you.
I don't know what scares me more, regular Hannah or Southern Hannah.
The Florida is strong in this one today.
The yeehaw is strong today.
This is Yee Hannah.
Yee Hannah.
You your last haul, partner.
You
Well,
yee
howdy,
your
partner.
last haul.
Any of that.
Lord, all
Oh my
right.
god, are we ready?
I guess.
Alright.
Well, hurry up and get along.
Okay, just for that, I feel like making you wait. I can't
That
do
is
that to you.
fair.
I can't do that to you. Alright. Alright, I I guess without further ado, let us dive into tonight's episode of Kingdom Chronicles.
Oh, Jeebus. All right, so previously on Kingdom Chronicles, we had some developments, some good stuff, some just stuff in general. Sorry, I'm going back through my notes real quick. Take that off. Okay, so I've just got here. Zink ends up giving some interesting advice to the remaining dozen lower priests and clerics left, giving them hope and a purpose. Yeah. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I remember that I could not handle it. So that's all I got.
It was very we were sort of this very televangelist, just like the light's inside of you and you will do great things. That was the spiel, and it was fantastic.
Gotcha. Oh my god, that's right. Okay. So then Zink went around to a bunch of the other temples that were in Moonstone because the rest of them were totally fine. It was only the Temple of Lathander that had the zealous blood beneath it that had imploded, for lack of a better word. So then and he also set up the people that wanted to stay at the inn so that they can kind of stay there indefinitely until either they rebuild the temple or maybe like decide to move on or maybe join other temples. So while he was doing that, Devotion tracked down the mayor, kind of trying to talk to an agitated crowd of very scared and upset citizens, quite obviously, very panicked, very emotional. They're having a bad day. The worst day, literally the worst day. Literally the worst day of their lives. Like, there's no comparison. Was able, he updated the mayor on the situation, and they were able to calm the town down very, very well. I think you got a nat 20 or close to it, and kind of got them a little better off than at the start of everything. So it was just sort of kind of helping to. We recently had Homestuck Day, so we're kind of helping to shoosh pap everybody to calm down. So yeah. Then in Black Opal, Sierra was actually able to get up first, despite the, I'm sure, intense hangover that she did have. Sleepy and a little hungover. Oh no, it wasn't that bad because you rolled really well on your con save.
Yeah,
Sorry.
for some fucking reason.
Because why not?
Because why not?
And
it's that ASMR blood, man.
And her mom's already up making breakfast, stuff like that. She goes to wake up her brother. Drax and Isla also wake up a little bit. I think just after she goes to wake him up. Either way, they wake up, join in the kitchen, and then Sutha ends up just kind of stumbling in. Kind of like that TikTok audio of like, rah, good morning. Like, that was kind of Sutha. It was really great. So yeah, sorry, Laurel. Laurel admits that she's had some pretty bad late night pie cravings, and so she stole the tavern's recipe for pie. But she just can't get it to quite taste the same. It does fine for like 3 a.m., but like she can never try to pass it off as the tavern's pie. So it's just for her.
My mom's a fucking criminal.
Just low key, and it's fine. And Sierra also then gets the little mini bombshell that Arakiel is currently staying at the house with her mom. He also has a very cute pet, I guess, nickname that Adrian and Laurel both call him, which is Ari. All of which is just what? And he apparently
is less of a fan.
And
this is happening very fast, okay? Like, I expected her to still be mad at the man, but now they're sleeping in the same bed already?
Yeah, why not?
Sierra's just like, what the fuck?
Look, man, pregnancy hormones make a lot of things just like flip flop on the daily.
Oh my god, ain't that the fucking truth?
And basically, she kind of said to Drax and Isla when Sierra went out to the garden to process, that she just wants to be together with him now that they can. So that's her thing. Sierra went out to go process, and Darren, of course, followed. Really surprised by the speed of things, as mentioned, but she is like happy. She just wanted time to let the buffer complete for her mental processes.
She had the AOL dial up.
Manix.
That's how it be.
Sorry. Where did I leave off? Right here. Okay. She wants to offer them something like a vacation, which means that she'll be staying in town like for the duration of that with Adrian, just to make sure that there's no like worries for her parents like at all. While she was processing, Florman gets back, of course, very chill, has his tea. Sutha went for a lovely walk in the small wooded area, a very not an enthusiastic walk. She's actually kind of hungover. But a walk, and then reveals the multi-class that she has been working on and turned into a bear so that she could, just not have to worry about human shit for a while. Because, I mean, I get it. That's a mood.
And then the bear puns ensued.
Oh, so many bear puns. Oh, it was glorious.
It was really unbearable.
Yes. Lovely. So, we then went back to Moonstone. Zing and Devotion decide that they're going to keep going on. They decide like how they're going to keep on going to Black Opal after they finish things up. So Devotion decides that he's going to fly ahead himself. Zig says that he'll teleport himself, but he's going to make another quick stop, or he's going to make another stop before he does that. And y'all want to update the mayor and discuss and just like I guess check in with the spring. So when you get into the town, the mayor was dividing up able-bodied people for support duties. The queen, through the sending stone, you guys learned that the queen says that there was a contingent of clerics that was accompanying the backup, so they should be here by sunset, actually. So y'all are pretty good to go. But she can't change her tour order, so this will still be one of her like last stops, unfortunately. And they kind of give her a very broad update on what happens. Just sort of like, all right.
No, I gave her an update in possibly the most asshole-ish way possible, where I told her the big concerning things, like the super big stuff, at the end when she can't reply.
Yeah, basically. Because it's like, well, we've used this all. We'll get back with you later.
It's hard to detail everything that happened to us in the last couple of, and just in that
in 25 words.
Yeah, it wasn't even like there was a long day. It was like can't fit everything in 25 and well a total of 50 words. It's just like oh dude.
Yeah.
Surprise.
But yeah, you guys were able to update the mayor on everything and also warned him about trusting people easily because of just everything that you've seen. They also give him you guys show him what the keeper symbol and the liar's tongue cult symbol looks like, kind of as an easy, like, if you see these especially, yeet the sons of bitches away. Just yeet. But yeah. There are no sending stones in the city because they didn't work because of the barrier. So like there was literally no reason to have them here. So they'll get the mayor's intending to basically like order some and get them shipped because that's the only recourse they have. So yeah. And they left off with you guys were wanting to check in on the spring before you finish up and go your separate ways back to places. So we had switched one final time back to Black Opal, where Sierra and Darren came back inside. Everyone's in the house kind of discussing plans. Sierra sends to Zinc it kind of as a check-in, and barely gets an update because of the way that Zinc talks. I remember that. Goodness. Oh, anyway, sorry. Like I literally just have here in parentheses, lol. Like these are my notes.
You said lol, so
These are my notes. They then offer to sorry. Sierra then offers the vacation idea up to her mom, who seems pretty on board with it. So she's going to they're going to go and stay for I think it was a week in Pearl at the tavern called Aballone's Envy, and tell them that Krara sent them. In which I talked about the shade that exists between Abalone and Pearl. It's a whole thing. Anyway, but yeah, so Laurel spends most of the rest of the day kind of like prepping for it and making sure that everything's kind of in place for them to head out. Then Flortma got one of the final sending spells of the day, which was a message from the Queen about payment and resting up. They told her where to send the payment and that they need the rest. So yeah, so yeah, and the last shot that we had was of the warm kitchen with family and the happiness and like the good vibes and little like fade-ins of the others, you know, Zinc and Devotion kind of heading toward that the spring area, and Sutha just kind of being a bear. Someone to draw Bear Sutha now. Anyway. Okay. So, since last time we started off in Moonstone, this time we'll start off in Opal for the little mini wrap-ups kinds of things. So yeah. So yeah. Sorry. So Zinc, you and Devotion, quite literal opposites. Like I really just realized it's the tall red man and the small
blue man
in his actual self, the small blue boy.
Yeah, but disguised as a halfling, I think, right now.
Right.
The
Amazing.
halfling priest. Sorry, did you say you're gonna start in Black Opal or Moonstone?
Sorry, Moonstone.
Okay.
Wait. Shit.
You said
Sorry.
Opal.
God damn it. My
That's okay.
brain is not happening today. We're starting in Black Opal
Most of our brains are like
with
Yeah, it's
Laurel and Sierra and Raquel. There we go. My lord. Brain. So it is very, very early in the morning because they want to be able to get a good start into the day.
Wait, so do we long rest again? Or are they leaving this morning?
I'm just wrapping up like the small loose threads so that we can then focus on like y'all's scenes for things. So like the rest of the day just
catch me just doing a long rest again.
Yeah.
Because that means I get a spell slot back. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitches. All right, continue.
So, it's, as I said, very early in the morning. I don't believe your mother has the ability to cast teleport, either teleport circle or teleport.
Let me check her character sheet.
I cannot remember.
Luckily, I made her a character sheet, so let's see. Laurel. are you? Bitch. There you are. She's an enchantment wizard, so she usually, I don't think, would have, like, travel spells, but let's see.
But some wizards have extra stuff tucked away. Would she have maybe bought one?
No. I don't know even know if she's a level 10 wizard, so I don't know if she could even, like, learn teleport.
I believe so, because it's a 5th level spell, so she would have gotten access to it at level...
Oh wait, she has teleportation circle.
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, she has teleportation circle.
So yeah,
And-
then she can definitely get the pearl all on her own, thankfully. But they want to get like a nice full day, like the full
Yeah.
time in kind of thing.
And the only reason I didn't see it is because she doesn't have it prepped for the day, but she knows it.
Also, teleportation circle comes. You get like I think 5 free locations.
Yeah.
So like it makes sense that would be one of them because it's close by.
Yeah.
And she's a trader.
Yeah.
Teleportation is I think 7th level spell.
That sounds right,
Yeah.
because you just got access to
I
it.
just got it. Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so yeah, they want to get a nice bright and early start kind of thing, you know, get settled in, have as much time as possible to enjoy things. And she, I think, also wants to go in that lovely period between things where she doesn't have, like, she just got done with like the worst of the morning sickness and doesn't have to worry about anything else setting it off for a bit.
Yeah.
So going to a new city full of new smells and things, that's the best time to do it.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, it's a bright and early start. Of course, like they're both there. Arakiel is, of course, has both of the bags. Sorry. Bug. Arakiel is carrying both of the bags. Your mother says larger than his, which is not surprising. He didn't really have possessions again until like a week and a half ago. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they're looking really lovely, honestly, in like the dawn light. Like it's a very nice clear day. You can see for miles from the cliff edge. Like, oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And they're just looking really lovely, like just like framed in sunlight over here, especially because, you know,
Yeah.
he's got all like the white and the gold kind of going on, and she just looks really happy, and it's just nice. But yeah, so they're kind of prepping, and she's looking over at you. Did you try to wake Adrian up to?
Oh yeah, I dragged his ass out there.
Okay,
I'm that sister.
He is very blearily blinking, and is like kind of just doing this.
You can go back to sleep once they leave. Now we have to say goodbye.
He has.
I assume he brought his blanket with him.
He did. He's kind of half covered in it. He hasn't actually spoken a true word. It's just been mumbles and like vague agreements. He's not actually awake.
I would just like to say that is a fucking mood.
He is the epitome of what, 12-year-old child.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, so they're kind of looking at each other, and then they come over. Did you get Darren to join, or no?
If he wanted to join me, he's free to.
He's probably like in the background leaning against the door frame as they're having their family moment.
Oh, very cute. Okay. Sorry, excuse me. So your mom eventually comes over, and you know she just does like a very, very big hug. It's all like warm and maternal, and it's lovely. So she does a great big hug with you, and she just sort of says, you know, thank you for offering this. I don't think he'll give you too much trouble, but you never know. He's almost a teenager. They're quite moody.
I know. I was once one.
Yeah. I feel like you didn't really get to be a true teenager, though.
I think I can live with that.
Well, either way, the house and shop are entirely yours. Don't don't scam too many tourists if we get any.
But that's how we make the best money, Mother.
I mean, only if they really deserve it.
Alright, I'll not be so harsh on them this time.
I will do my absolute best. So, we'll be fine, I believe. And another really, really big hug kind of thing. And then she goes over and like you can see that she's sort of like talking softly to Adrian, who's just kind of nodding. And Arakiel kind of comes over, like, hefting the bags a bit. He's got like basically the equivalent of like a duffel bag under each arm, but one is much larger.
Think you'll be alright carrying those?
I'll just need to remember to switch sides so I don't end up lopsided.
Yeah, it's probably a smart idea. You take care of her, alright?
I swear it on everything that's left to hold dear.
Good, because if you don't, you're dealing with me when you get back.
It's very true. And I'm pretty sure if anything did happen, she would
kill you.
Never let me forget it.
She'd probably kill you.
Probably. Especially, I don't know. I think it's the hormones, but it seems a wooden spoon seems to be her favorite.
Yeah, don't bring that up. Don't bring that up.
Look, I think I've got a few dents in my head at this point.
You'll get used to it.
We'll see. Thankfully, I've got enough hair to cover it up.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be back in a week. If anything comes up, I'll send or you can send. Depending on what's going on. But it should be fun. I think she's really, really gonna like Pearl.
If you do see anything suspicious happening in that town, do let me know.
Okay. I will definitely do that. Fingers crossed we don't have to deal with anything weird ever for either of us for the next few weeks at least.
No promises on that. The people of Pearl are a pretty rowdy bunch.
Glad that hasn't changed. All right, well, and he kind of like he looks like a little bit awkward for a moment, but then just kind of puts his arms out like hug.
She'll give him a hug. He looks like he needs one. She'll give him a hug.
Probably you have to kind of like
Yeah,
so you can reach over the duffel bags. So then he goes over and like kind of does a little thing where he like claps like Adrian on the shoulder, and they exchange a couple of words, and Adrian looks like he's trying really hard to focus, but he just yep. It's just a lot of that. But yeah, so eventually once they sort of have done all that, they turn around and kind of wave a little bit, and then your mom kind of swirls her hands. Yeah, swirls her hands in a big, huge circle kind of thing, and then they just sort of away.
Away. All right. Sierra will kind of tug Adrian close. All right, back to bed with you. And she'll just walk him back inside the shop.
He pulls a U and just it runs in the family.
It runs in the fucking family.
Avery definitely has a moment of, oh look, it's hereditary.
Oh, shut up.
Awesome.
Yeah. I got nothing else for that scene, just at least like waving them off and stuff. Yeah.
That's totally fine. Blah. Okay. So yeah, that thing for I guess the rest of the audience kind of focuses on you guys maybe like going about and like just saying like, well, we're fucking up. I guess let's just go about the rest of our day. And then
I think Sia just starts training Darren on how to run a shop.
probably. Yes, I like that idea. And then we kind of see like everybody else sort of cycling throughout everything. Sutha at this point is still here. I don't know if she's returned from being a bear. She might just have like decided to sleep outside as bear.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah, fair. Why not? And then we probably see like maybe Drax and Isla like trickle in at some point, and then Florma, of course. And then we do get this really cool little like transition-y like whoosh thing, and head back over to Moonstone. And over there we have, of course, Zinc and Devotion, who are at this point sort of they've spoken with the prospector once more, and y'all are heading over toward the spring. The prospector has already like mentioned how he's planning to weirdly like update the security around the tunnel to the spring by like making it less magic dependent. So yeah, one of those things, like using like actual environmental signage and like hazards or supposed hazards to make it so people just are like, fuck that shit and don't go down there. As you do. So yeah. So y'all are heading over. The place is still exactly as you had seen it before, and it doesn't look like any of those have yet been put into place. It also doesn't look like this place has been disturbed like since you guys were last here. So you're able to head on downstairs, just get on in there, and
Downstairs.
Yeah, there are stairs in a downward angle.
Yep,
it counts.
Mines are notorious for their stairs. It's just true.
Mine are in Minecraft, so get fucked.
I will. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Clip that if you want to.
So we go down the stairs.
On the stairs.
We descend the shaft. I'm really excited to see the spirit again, Devotion.
I know, Zing.
Gosh, I'm okay. I'm fine. Oh, I am totally fine. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, I even took my I think I'm just like still riding the happy high, because I even took my meds today.
That's good.
You should do that all the time.
I love how these conversations happen. I even remember. Yep.
Yeah, when you try and explain why am I like this, and technically out yourself, like, wait, does that mean there have been days you haven't taken your medication?
Yeah, that reminds me.
Icarus?
I'll send it in chat.
Yes, because sometimes, like especially like on the weekends, I wake up a little too late to take it since it's a stim or it's a stimulant. So I'm
gonna avoid picking up a thing I have on the floor because it is not inappropriate to pick up off the floor. It's like my part of my brain would like discipline my like, no, we're leaving that on the floor. That is not our thing to do today.
So yeah, sorry. So you guys are heading down, and the spring looks just as calm and serene as per usual. And once you guys step in, there's like a moment where you see like kind of a ripple on the surface, and then the spring spirit just kind of materializes. Oof, sorry. Boo, 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 boo. Sorry. One more time.
Hi, River. Good to see you again.
Hello. There are less of you.
Yeah,
Yes. We
our
finished
compatriots
what we came here to do.
they had to go somewhere else.
Oh,
Do you feel any different now that the barrier is gone?
it feels. Hmm. There is a difference, but it is hard to explain. It feels more free. There is no more restraint.
You'll be getting a lot of very, unfortunately, you'll be getting a lot of very stressful and, to be honest, scared memories as there are people here who have never known life outside of the barrier and they're experiencing emotions and feelings for the first time outside of calmness. And I can speak from experience, it's not fun.
I see. That will be new, but I do not know if it will be a good kind of new.
It will pass in time as people begin to realign and accept. Many people may leave, but people have the freedom to do so now.
Yeah, they have free will, which is a gift that many of us take for granted.
It is a concept I am aware of, but it does not feel relevant to me.
You are a constant. You are a part of the world. Will is more, well, the phrase is more human,
Mortal, I think.
mortal. Yeah.
Humans aren't the only ones with emotion.
The saying usually involves the word human, but mortal is more accurate.
Mm-hmm. Um,
Experiencing new things now.
Speaking of new things, I have new memories for you. They're quite terrible in that they deal with some severe things with the Lythander priest and one of the sacred gems that we've possibly eliminated. But I think that you'll find them interesting, and if you want to, I can share some happy memories too to balance it out.
That sounds acceptable. And they just kind of gesture to the pool.
So Zink is gonna sort of like, you know how like women in long dresses will like kneel so that they don't have to cross their legs, but they can still like be on the ground sitting, sort of, just like knees down and then sitting on my feet, I guess, or like on my butt next to the feet.
Yeah.
And Zink will sort of like trail his fingers over the surface of the water and then like dip in just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So the first thing will be the temple experience going down. With every single level. The conversation with the priest who became the multifaceted horror. Then us acquiring the stone, us talking to the mayor, Oh, sorry, Lythander or Lathander. And then our chat with the mayor, and just basically just like a recap of the last big things that have happened since we've seen them.
Yeah.
And then I'll also sprinkle in like me chasing after oh shit, what is that little furball's name? Sierra's brother's cat.
Bismuth.
Bismuth, yeah. So chasing after Bismuth, laughing with Sutha and like playing with animals with her, just pranking Flortma, Isla sort of like getting her sight back, Drax laughing with his Da, Darren being mischievous, of course. And even though devotion is there, I will sprinkle in a little bit of devotion with his family, being happy together.
Aww.
And then afterwards, Zink will sort of like, I hope that's okay. I don't know the next time we're going to be able to see you, but I can teleport here now. So I almost want to say we can come visit more frequently than when the barrier was up.
If they kind of like their eyes kind of closed a bit, like while all of the memories were sort of just flashing through. And eventually they kind of like open their eyes again and sort of look at both of you. That was quite a lot. Thank you. If you are able to visit, I will be here. I do not have a mortal concept of time or emotional ties.
Okay.
So it is not required, but I will be here if you have need of my spring.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I consider you a friend. And most of the images and the memories that I shared with you, you know, those involve some pretty deep emotions. So feel free to study them or recount them whenever you wish.
I shall. They are in me now. I have access as much as I wish.
Okay. I'd hug you, but I don't know how that would work.
And they just kind of hold up like one of their hands. Not well. I imagine you would get wet.
That's okay.
Devotion just smiles, Zink, and he'll like move over towards the spring and sort of kneel down. I only have one memory to offer, as I don't know when or if I will be back. But it is a special memory, one that I have not shared with anyone. And all I can do is hope that you will become more accustomed to the new way things are after 200 years of it all being the same. But I will leave you with this memory. And he sort of puts his left hand into the water, and the scene that unfolds to the spring sort of fades back and fades into a very small winged tiefling with holding with another smaller male tiefling sort of running around him as he holds the hand of an even tinier, more purplish tiefling girl, as the three of them are outside in the open air on the fresh green grass in a place that doesn't look like it's covered in fire or soot. There is a dark figure in the distance with a one in gray who is clutching her head but staying their distance from the three children as they run through a field of flowers and just laugh and giggle and have a just have a normal good day outside. And he opens his eyes again after sharing this, and he mutters, and Zing might still be able to hear, but that is the only good memory I have of my siblings. There is a field to the south of where I was born. The volcanic ash and soil, the volcanic soil makes the meadow a beautiful thing. Everything grows better, everything is so much more vibrant. I took my younger siblings out to see it because I knew what would be coming later. I knew the training would begin soon. And my father allowed us to have one day outside. And it is the only memory I have of my siblings that brings me joy. And I offer it to you. Because I will not need it going forward. But it is a memory that gives me hope. And I hope to pass that hope on to you going forward.
They open their eyes after the memory sort of like plays out, and sort of look up at you technically.
I'm tall, yes.
Am told. And they say, I thank you for sharing such a special memory here. It will always be safe here, at least.
Thank you. We've talked with the mayor, and they are having new, fresh ideas of how to keep you safe. And you've seen into our memories, you know the people that you must be wary of. The markers they wear, the clicks of their teeth, the bad people who may want to use you for bad things. They will continue to protect, the people of this city will continue to protect you. And I hope there will be a day when they no longer need to. That you are safe to be.
As do I. But I am glad to hear that the city will also recover, I believe.
In time. They've chosen their leader well, and they are receiving additional help. They won't be going it alone this time.
I believe the mortal tradition is to wish you well on travels.
Yes. And we wish you well here in your home.
Thank you.
Also, Zing, did we show her the actual release of the Thunder? Did I miss that one?
Yeah, Zinc did pretty much everything
Okay.
I'll have done. So
I just want to make sure. I'm like, that's a big one. It's just like, hey,
Yeah.
guess what? Look at the light show. Ah!
look at the light show.
Zink definitely shared the like hugging a god.
Yes, hugging the God's ankle. That's great.
They have no idea how unusual that is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is very tall. You are very small.
There is contrast.
Ocean. Okay. Well, we'll see you later.
Huh. I wish you well on travel.
Stay safe.
Yay. So yeah, just a couple of smash cuts sort of after that of y'all like heading out of the city. Zinc, I'm guessing you probably get like a bit away from people and the city buildings and things before you cast your spell. And then Devotion just kneel.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Superman sound effect.
I'll give Devotion a hug before we depart.
Yay, hugs. The ocean will overturn the hug. And I give like, wait, where is it? Yeah, head pat. You'll find the head and pat.
Oh. Yeah, it's about at the same place because I'm a halfling now.
Yeah, halflings are technically shorter than gnomes, but you've also gone up in it. You also gotten taller. So it's just like
Yeah.
I'm shorter than half. But yeah, it's roughly the same size.
Yeah.
And then
it depends on which fantasy setting you're using. Sometimes halfling is the shortest race.
so yeah, Zinc will cast teleport, which is a spell.
Yeah, Devotion's like Devotion will watch, so see him off, like wait until he teleports, but he does so from a safe distance.
Yeah, of course.
Just like if he explodes before he leaves, I'm just gonna like over here.
High, lower, mid.
Let's go mid.
Open the book.
Wait a second. Hold on. I have a new feature.
Do you?
Yes. So I get to choose between two.
You get to choose between two?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right.
I mean, if you want to just roll a second one and then I choose between.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And I don't know if you want to share it with the group or if you want to just message me, but we can figure it out.
I mean, okay. So first one was you can turn into a potted plant again.
Nope.
Wait. Would teleports still work? And does a potted plant appears in Black Opal?
Yes. Well, a potted plant's gonna appear where he's next going. Or
It would be hilarious though. Your ficus has been delivered.
We're just working at the top and then plan. What?
or
This is the spot they teleport in. Yeah, we're just hang out here waiting for the plant.
or you cast polymorph on yourself, and if you fail the saving throw, you turn into a sheep for the spell's duration.
Damn it. It's plant or sheep again?
Well, plant or make the save to hopefully not turn into a sheep.
Yeah, I'll do the sheep thing.
Okay, I think it's your spell save DC. I think it's wisdom.
Okay. But
I don't know. I haven't had to use polymorph in quite a while.
I need this to happen one of the times that he tries to teleport to like the castle, and the guards just turn around and there's a fucking goat.
She like ratings. It is I, the Grand Vizier.
Sorry, polymorph. Is it the save for the polymorph spell or is it like a wisdom?
Yeah,
save?
it would be your spell save DC for the polymorph spell.
Okay, but I don't have that up, so let me.
You don't know your spell save DC?
No, I do, but I don't know what save polymorph.
I think it's wisdom. If you don't want to turn into the thing.
Okay, yeah, 4 versus my spell save,
4?
which is 18.
Okay, 18. Well,
So a sheep appears outside of my mom's house.
A very pretty bright blue sheep, but a sheep. Meh. Well, sorry, that's a goat.
Translating that, fuck. I'll just punch on some grass outside until it wears off.
From Devotion's perspective, he's standing there, and Zinc is teleporting away, and all he hears after the is a
as you're yoinked into the ether. So yeah, Booker.
like, I'm a
The good
girl.
news is my spells work, but then the sound effect happens after I cast them.
Yeah. So with that, we're now going to do the special thing, which is we're going to do focus scenes. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do for this is I'm going to roll a d8, and whomsoever I roll first, I'm just gonna go like across my screen of like 1, 2 to 8. Whomsoever I roll will have their scene first, and so on and so forth. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alrighty, so Isla. So
Yes.
Isla, Drax had mentioned what he wants to do for his. Yours does not have to be that, in case like you guys had like talked about it, like yours can be separate from that. But it is your scene. I'm saying this because I didn't actually get one specifically from just you.
I mean, Isla's basically sticking with Drax, so.
All right, cool. I know that. Well, okay. I guess in that case, we can just do the thing that that Mitch had texted me about the two of them. So, I think it's been several days probably into the vacation. These aren't necessarily happening in chronological order. I'm just kind of picking a random, like, it's been X amount of days. So it's probably, been several days since, excuse me,
Don't stop. Yeah.
sorry. It's been several days since the vacation started, and y'all have been kind of settled into a routine. Are you guys staying at the tavern?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
I figured, fair. So yeah, so you guys have kind of settled into a little bit of a routine. I know Drax has mentioned that he's kind of working on some of his smithing skills. So I'm guessing Isla either maybe doesn't go like quite into the forge with him because it's fucking hot. But
You know what she's doing? She's practicing her reading and writing.
oh, that's precious.
Oh, my heart.
Because she has not seen in so long. So she's like reading very slowly. The dog ran up the hill. Like very, like she's getting it, but it's been a while.
Oh, Icarus, quick thing. I completely forgot about this. Drax will, at any free time as well, Drax will continue to teach Isla Dwarvish.
Cool. Oh, sorry, and something to kind of start off. Y'all's vacation starts off on a great foot because I think the day after Flortma got the sending message from the Queen, y'all got your payment, which was 7K gold each.
Woo!
Wait, how
I'm
many?
gonna put that in my equipment.
1,000 gold each.
7,000.
Or 700 platinum. Take your pick.
Wow.
I'm not converting it further into electrum, silver, and copper. Fuck that.
Who the fuck uses Electrum anyway?
Wow.
Dedicated
Bougie people use
math
Electrum.
mind. Dedicated math people. I don't know. Anyway.
1,000 and.
But yay. So yeah, so you have started your vacation off on a wonderful setting, just FYI. So yeah, so awesome. So Isla is practicing her reading and stuff. You're getting a bit better about it. I think probably the particular smithy that that Drax is kind of getting use of the forge as an unofficial kind of unpaid intern. You know, he's got, I think, like a young girl himself, and she's probably kind of reading over the primer like with you, because it helps her to like reinforce some of the things and also make sure that you both kind of like stay on track for it. So yeah, so like you'll read something and then she'll like do the next page, like, you know, going along kind of thing. So I think you guys have started getting along pretty well, generally speaking. Her name is Gertie, and she is a very small dwarf girl, very small, who's just got very big rosy cheeks and a whole lot of very curly blonde hair. So yeah, very cute. But yeah, so I think you're probably there like reading. Drax is kind of putting the finishing touches on the shield that he's sort of been working on. And I think like y'all have just been having a really great sort of just time, like chilling, relaxing with this. Like, strangely enough, considering that Drax has been like pounding a piece of metal with a hammer for hours on end.
Is it his happy place?
Yeah. But yeah, so Drax, quick question.
Would I need to make some smithing rolls to see how I do? Because there is a chance I could fuck this up.
I guess so. Yeah, let's make sure that you finish off this shield pretty right.
So just really, what would this be, like strength plus my proficiency, or dexterity plus my proficiency, or just straight proficiency?
I think strength. Because
strength.
Yeah, you're swinging a big ass hammer.
Yeah,
over and over again.
I do get my proficiency tools because I am proficient in smithing tools.
Okay.
Total plus 10. That's a total of 26.
Oh fuck! All right, yeah. Now you finish up the shield exactly the way that you wanted to. It came out looking exactly like you wanted.
It kind of looks at it, like eyeing it up, holding it, like feeling the weight. Damn, I'm good. And kind of gets, Isla, I made a pretty thing.
She gets up and goes over.
He'll show her the shield.
Ooh.
Pretty much looks exactly like that.
Very nice, very nice.
That looks fancy.
It's sturdy. Like I doubt anything is gonna get past through that.
I'm impressed.
This should be helpful. Can I add that as a basic shield, DM? Or...
Yeah, it's a basic. You did a really good job. So it is, as we discussed, like a +2 shield, but it doesn't have any other enchantment.
Yeah, no.
It's just shield. It's just a good shield. It blocked good.
It blocked good. I can't add that to my. I can't equip it because I'm still.
But can you throw it like a frisbee, like Captain America?
Hold. Impulse roll here.
Oh God, no.
Drax is gonna find an open area with a fair amount of
God.
trees.
The smithy's shop backs up onto like just a sheer cliff wall. So.
Just be like, I wonder.
What are you doing? I know that look on your face.
Yeah. Full on cap throw.
Oh my god.
Okay, roll me dexterity.
That's fine.
I regret opening my mouth.
Wasn't best, but it's not bad. 13.
Okay. I think you managed to get one good clang off of the wall, and then it just kind of hits the ground and skids. But doesn't hit anybody else and doesn't break anything, including itself.
I need to work on that. It's definitely sturdy though.
Well, you did a good job of making it.
Dad didn't teach no fool.
Also, can you help me read this word? It's a little complicated.
Sure, hon. He'll look at it. What's the word?
It's just the I don't know. Whatever the deal wants to do, it's a complicated word.
Let's see, you're reading about like dogs and doing stuff. I think it honestly it's probably like the word tough. Because to be fair, like especially if you're trying to figure out how the fuck English works,
The OUGH.
those ones are always gonna
Gets you.
tough. So you're probably like tug what?
Thaw?
Bear with me on this one. This is going to sound really strange.
Okay.
That's pronounced tough.
Tough. Why does it not have an F then? If it's gonna be tough, then what?
The common language is full of contradictories.
Well, my head's starting to get foggy. I think I'm gonna take a break.
He'll close the book and kiss her on the cheek.
Mm.
Yeah. Well,
You're all sweaty.
yeah, I know. Standing over a hot forge and hot pieces of iron. We'll do that. Also, DM, 1,500 gold for the shield and enchantment.
Yeah, I think that's what we discussed.
Okay. Drax will kind of like, I think we should head back to the tavern. I need a bath. He'll kind of like raise his arm a little bit. Oh yeah, no, definitely. All right.
She's gonna use Druidcraft for a bouquet of flowers and just like shove it into his arms.
Is it really that bad?
A little.
I'm half dwarvish. What do you expect?
No, I know. Let's go to the tavern and get cleaned up.
Yeah. As they're walking, I have an idea, honey.
What's that?
Why don't we babysit Adrian so that Darren and Sierra can have a date night?
Wait, what?
You're not there.
I see no downside to that.
No.
I think that would be a great idea.
Okay. But first, do I terrorize my sister with my dwarven stank, or do we do it after the bath? I'm rolling it.
Let's go to the tavern, babe. Let's get cleaned up. It's been a long day.
I rolled a nat 20 on that bitch.
On What, an impulse roll?
Yep.
To what?
Oh, I'm terrorizing Sierra.
Oh, why?
What did I do to deserve this?
Your siblings.
Siblings. So Drax will be like, you know what? Let's go check him in the shop. first. Why not?
Drax,
What?
don't. Why? Just why?
We're siblings. Like we have to terrorize each other. It's kind of our job.
What kind of stupid rule is that? What, is there some kind of book that tells you there's certain rules of being siblings?
I'm pretty sure there is, but it's long lost to the ages.
I can't. I'm going back to the inn. I'm going to get cleaned up. You do whatever the fuck you feel like.
Oh my god, she cussed!
This is not the first time
I
she's
know
cussed.
it's not
No.
the first time she's cussed, but we don't hear it that often.
Drax will kind of be like, somehow I fall more and more in love with you each day.
She like rolls her eyes, but like blushes anyway.
He'll pull her in to give her a quick kiss. Before you
Yeah, okay. Go mess with your sister and then take a shower. But I love you too.
Drax will go to the gem shop.
I was gonna say, since this is technically Isla's focus.
Yeah,
Not-
this is for later.
Yeah, I was about to say, so this is technically Isla's focus. I was just gonna leave that open-ended, like, bullshittery afoot.
That's fair.
And go follow Isla for a little bit. So yeah, I think like while you're heading back over there, while you're heading back over to the inn, that is the word that I wanted. You're just, I think it kind of feels nice because you can recall the way to get there very easily using your visual cues and not just like the other sense memories that you kind of had to base everything off of. And I think like that thing of like, I can remember the way off of how this looks and what this landmark is, and I can kind of read these signs now. And it's just like this nice feeling as you're going over and just like reassuring in a way. Maybe a little bit of a confidence boost, hopefully.
Yeah, there's a little confidence boost of I can see now and I can read somewhat, but I got this.
Amazing, adorable. So yeah, I think you kind of get that kind of feel to it. So when you get back up to your room, because you were gonna go up there to kind of like, you were gonna go up there to like, I think, decompress and like prep for just having a night in. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Sorry, I don't know why my brain is just not wanting to function better.
It's okay. I totally feel you.
So while you do that, I want you to go ahead and make me a perception check.
I can actually see now to make perception checks. Why you still can't see anything? That's 7.
Adorable. Okay. So
Will I get advantage since you can actually see now?
no, because you were just trying to
Okay.
notice the thing.
Fair enough.
So yeah. Um. So I think what um so I think what happens is you don't, maybe it's a little dim in the room or something. I know you're half elf and you can see in the dark, but maybe it's a little dim in the room and you're just not looking down or what have you. You're just kind of like maybe running through some of the words that you learned. And why is tough spelled that
Felt
way?
like that.
I can just imagine like it doesn't make any sense. It does not look like that. Yeah, so sorry. So I think I think that would be how that happens is you don't see the thing on the floor until you hit it with your foot. I don't remember if you, I don't necessarily think so. I don't think it's quite heavy enough to be painful. It's definitely shocking because you're just like, what? There's something there.
I was gonna say, knowing Drax, he probably left his armor on the floor just to be a shit.
No, this
She's
seems
probably
to be-
thinking that of like, oh, it's probably just his armor. What?
So when you reach down to pick the thing up, it's actually a very small, it's somewhat, it's a very small and very cleanly wrapped something in brown paper. Sorry, it's a very small something wrapped in brown paper, and tied off with like plain twine. And it has a little it has in ink on it, kind of messily done, but definitely like actually handwriting. It just says Isla. What do you do?
Start opening it slowly, but
Very fair.
really.
So yeah, you unfold it. You know, they don't have like glue or anything like that, so I can honestly imagine it's probably like the string is actually like keeping the wrapping paper in place, is my thought here. So, like, you know, you pop off the string and then you continue to kind of unwrap the thing. It's fairly small. It looks like it's kind of a little box of some kind. You know, yay big, maybe a jewelry box. Very plain cut, stuff like that. There's no like inscription or anything else on it. It just kind of looks like it's a box. There's no
Oh, goody, a box.
Yeah, there's no further note, there's no further anything else like to kind of indicate. It's just a small box that you can further open, lady. Okay.
It's addressed to her. She's gotta open it.
Yeah, fair. So you go ahead and open it, and make me another perception check real quick.
Okay.
And this time you do get advantage, but it's because of what it's specifically for.
Oh, that's much better. 22.
Okay, so when you open it, there's a little sense of something. When you open it, there is this almost like an emotional signature left in it that you kind of pick up from whoever had like put it in here, like their hand or something, like had brushed against the rest of it. And you pick this up, and it's not one that you've necessarily felt before, and yet it still seems kind of familiar. It's odd. It's very, very difficult to explain. It's a little bit comforting, but it's also very, very faint at the same time. overall, it just kind of gives you this feeling of like, oh, that's nice, but why?
Yeah.
And inside the box is a small-ish silver signet ring. And on the signet part of it is a very intricate family crest kind of looking thing, something that you've seen in other places before, definitely, but not one that you recognize at all. But it has let's see, what was it? It's got, of course, like the shield kind of thing split into four. It doesn't have any coloration on it. It's just sort of inscribed into the silver. Which you thought it was silver. It looks like it might actually be white gold, judging by the luster of it. So it's kind of carved into that. You can see two stags on either side of it, and a ribbon that is across like the top and sides. But this one's a little different in that the ribbon actually kind of looks like it's made of water. Like, you know how a waterfall kind of looks, and how kind of looks like that. Very intricate, very detailed. Nothing else in there, just that.
Okay. Fuck. Oh, God. All right.
Yeah.
President, and you just kind of look at it and go, ah, fuck.
I'm guessing Isla's gonna make the connection somehow.
Do you want to roll and see if she does yet?
Sure.
Cool. Roll me. I guess history would probably be the closest.
History? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's a jinxie. Oh, God.
Nope.
Well, this sure is strange.
It's like that scene from Tangled with Rapunzel first holding the tiara, and she just puts it on her arm.
Like a crown. It's like, Oh my God. Yeah, she'll just be like, oh wow, that's pretty. And she'll look for a note if there is one. I'm sure there isn't, but
Roll me another perception check.
18.
Okay. So as you're looking around, maybe like you're kind of crouching to see like if there was a note, if it maybe like fell off around it, something like that. But as you're kind of looking, you're kind of spreading your hands out a little bit, and then you notice because you're still very, very good at noticing these things. You notice a slight difference in texture at one spot on the floor, and you grab at whatever that is, and you pull it up, and you look at it, and in your hands, you have a small tuft of gray wolf's fur.
Oh my God.
So
You just got visited by Santa Paws.
Santa Paws.
Santa Paws.
Santa Paws, oh my God. Oh my gosh. Knowing that, she's just gonna go, Calcia. And she'll go, oh my gosh, is he okay? Like, really concerned.
The fur doesn't like. It looks like it was shed, not like pulled or anything.
Okay, that's good.
It does not look like it was here because of damage. It looks like it's just here because he a wolf. He has many food.
I like a random errant thought in her head of like, she looks at it, it's the wrapping. But how? He have pauses.
He have yeah, that's literally her thought process. Wait, he has big murder paws. That's not.
Look, the
How
world
is-
works in mysterious ways, my dear.
But she's gonna take the tufts and like put a little like take the twine and basically tie it so that she can make like a little like a chain basically for it, like a good luck charm.
Yeah.
And then
I
she'll
got
take the ring and put it on whatever ring fits, whichever finger fits it best.
I love it. Okay, cool.
Never thought I would say it's really hard to work with Boba Fett's ass.
Yeah, we thought that
You just gotta get the booty right.
I'm trying to get his butt pad on, and it's not working.
The booty must be
The
supported.
booty must be. His booty is very sharp. Holy crap! I keep forgetting that this is metal.
Well, he was wandering the desert for a while. It's probably very bony.
He's got that Beskar ass.
Alrighty. So I think that's where Isla's theme is going to conclude for the evening.
Ass. Ass. I'm touching the booty.
Oh, he got the booty?
I touched the butt.
It's a very firm ass. Very firm ass.
Just like
Motherfucker use that ass like an anvil.
okay. And a small little tidbit for I guess canon for stuff that's going on. Drax was intercepted by Darren for things. So yeah.
Fuck, that has to go inside. God damn it.
Age, what are you putting in his butt? Age, what are you putting in his butt?
Well, it did say insert rod.
Ignore me.
I have something you can use.
There's not enough lube in the world.
Okay, so
I mean,
basically the back of his pants, I didn't like stuff it in right, so it's like a flap hanging out. This part has to actually like go inside so that it stays secure. So I gotta figure out how to do
Must
that
secure the
without
butt flap.
taking it apart.
I know you're trying to be serious, but I
Your
can't.
wife. Yeah.
I
love
must
you
secure the butt
but
flap.
you are
I
not
must
making
secure the
this
ass.
You're not
Also-
making this any better.
Also, praise Leo.
Praise Leo.
Leo.
Praise Leo.
But also, Sarah, let Jerome know that Hobby Lobby sells Metal Earth figurines of Star Wars stuff if he ever wants to get into that.
Kill.
Okay, it flipped out. Okay. This is fine.
I love the contrast between Leo and Jinx because Jinx was all fight me bitch and Leo's just like yes love me.
Which is super funny.
Leo was like, "You talking about me?"
Yeah, no, it's just funny because like Jinx actually is the biggest lap cat ever. Leo's the one that'll sit next to you,
Yeah.
but Jinx is
Don't
the
touch
one
me.
that's like, I need to be in your lap.
But Jinx was also the one that was slapping you every time you tried the pet.
Oh yeah, Jinx. If Jinx was a human, he would, regardless of race, he'd be from the ghetto. He'd be like, "You catch these hands, motherfucker."
Get your motherfucking hand off me.
But then he'd be like, "Oh baby, honey, boo boo, I just want cuddle."
Look, I have a co-working friend who
That was
talks
dead.
like that. And I'm like, oh god.
Sarah's dead.
So we're not quite sure where Leo's from, but Jinx is definitely from Chicago.
Leo is a country bumpkin.
Yeah.
A dapper country bumpkin.
A very
Yes.
dapper country bumpkin.
Yes.
Look at that! Oh, look at that bow tie.
Such a handsome little man.
Okay.
Oh my god, Kitsune clipped everything.
I'm mother. I'm finished.
Yes. Fuck up. I'm finished. Also,
Oh, I guess
wonder-
I don't insert it. I just bend it over.
You. I mean, that's how I like it. So.
I honestly was not thinking before I spoke.
You do that a lot. It just blink.
The glasses are off. The glasses are off.
I know Kitsune's gonna clip that one.
Oh my! The vapors.
Amazing.
My Lanta.
I'm just gonna set this down. Pause. I've been manhandling this poor figure for the past 30 minutes.
Just playing with his.
Oh, I'm gonna need that clip.
Oh, Kitsune just posted it in the Twitch chat. I'll send it to the Facebook group.
Oh,
Oh.
Yep.
I love you guys so
Great.
much.
Oh, yeah.
You provide me with the serotonin.
that was the serotonin I needed.
Oh yeah, because it might get angsty later. So we need some serotonin while we can.
Yeah.
I'm trying very hard not to make them be angsty. I promise. But with this party, who fucking knows?
All right. Back to our regular scheduled
Back to our
program.
regularly scheduled programming. I'm now going to roll to see who is next. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Florma. It is time for the tea master. All right, so Lortma, you are finally able to get a little bit of a break. Everybody's able to finally get a little bit of a break and just, you breathe a bit. I know Flortma probably is especially happy to be as far away from Moonstone as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just the definition of fuck that shit, I'm out. So yeah. So you mentioned that as Flortma do, he's probably looking into some of the maybe the local like artisanal tea, stuff like that. All that good stuff. So I think something that they do here specifically in Black Opal, because it's not like they have the ability to really like grow fields of tea leaves or anything, because it's a mining town and it's on a mountain. A little hard to do that. So I think one thing that Black Opal does, that they do have this one like kind of specialty thing that they'll do here, is because it does take a little bit longer for tea to get here in any form, honestly. Sometimes it's a little lacking in flavor by that point. Even with like some magical like aids and stuff like that, it's a little harder to kind of preserve things for like a long merchanting journey, whatever you want to call it. But what they'll do here, because I know I've heard of this somewhere, is once it gets here, they have this process where they kind of like do an additional, almost like a roasting process with the tea, with a couple of other like dried fruits and other like very nice spices and stuff like that, to kind of give it a lot of that body back that it loses. I know jack shit about tea. I'm making this up. It's just not a lot. Okay. So they have like some different specialty things that they'll do. And then they'll of course sell those to the people here. But yeah, they what is it called? It ends up coming out with this really really interesting sort of like dark color to it, along with like the little like chips and pieces of all of the other stuff that's been mixed in with it during everything else. And I think they just I haven't got a snappy name for it, unfortunately. I think they just like to call it like the fire tea because it just like because of all the roasting kind of that goes into it. And because you can get some of them that specifically have some of the heating spices, the actual like hot spices, added to it for some extra kick. If you're willing to try new things. So, how does that sound?
Well, as far as tea is concerned, Flortma will try anything.
All right, cool. So yeah, I think you found like this one little dwarf's little tea shop kind of tucked away. They have slow but steady business, so they're able to like kind of keep themselves going, and they spend a lot of their time just honestly mortar pestle like grinding, combining, and mixing like different things that they can add to the tea during the dry roasting process just to kind of test it out. And I think they ended up making a variation on their hot fire tea, and they made this one specifically with these it took a little bit of doing, so it's a little more expensive than the usual tea, but they were able to get a trader who has some connections and was able to get him some fire lichen from the abyss. So he was able to add some real good like spice to this particular batch. So he's calling it the abyssal fire tea. And I guess that's probably like the one that you're trying when we kind of zoom in on you to see like what's going on. How does Fortman deal with spice? Like actual like hot spice?
If something's spicy and he doesn't start to sweat as soon as he swallows it, it's not spicy.
All right, cool. So I want you to make me a con save just to see how this tea goes over, because it's new, it's unusual, it is very, very singular and unique. What'd you get?
10.
Okay, so it doesn't explode your mouth. But yeah, basically like as soon as the tea just kind of like touches your taste buds, it's just like, don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's also just a little bit kind of making you regret that you have taste buds.
Oof.
It's good though, yeah?
I like it.
Knew you would. I knew you would. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to sell a whole lot of it because that's spice. It's not for the faint of heart, you know. Like you'd think us dwarves we'd be fine with something that like really tests your metal, but some of these people they don't know what spice is. They don't get it. You get it though.
Oh yes. How much can you give me?
Well, let's see. I do want to keep a decent stockpile here for those that do appreciate. But I think I can give you I think I can give you two let's say 2 canisters for 100 gold.
I will take 2 canisters for 150 gold because it's so good.
You're gonna spoil me. Gosh. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, he says, as he just like scoops it all into the register. Not that I'm complaining, but what am I gonna do when all these poor sods continue to try and haggle with me about my prices of my fine artisanally crafted tea? They don't get it.
They don't appreciate tea.
They don't appreciate exactly.
It's a special kind of person who truly appreciates a fine tea.
You see, I need more people like you in this town. All I've got are all these ones that just want their coffee and their cabbage and the plain tea. No.
And nothing is better than making a new friend over a cup of tea.
See, you get me. You understand the heart and soul of it all. Also, my heart. So, yeah, I think this guy's name is fucking Tegan. He will tell anybody that listens that his mother didn't intend to partially name him after the drink that he dedicated his life to, but it was at least a happy coincidence. But yeah, goodness. But yeah. So honestly, you got like a really great tea. You can of course like sit back, enjoy yours. There's, which isn't that unusual. There's not really anybody else sort of in here, and you're able to sit outside, kind of under the bigger overhang of one of like the cliff things. Kind of provides like a little bit of like a natural awning in a way. So you're able to sit outside, enjoy the nice breeze, the cool morning. It's really refreshing to have a nice breeze and cool mountain air when your mouth is burning so much. But anyway, but yeah.
Tea biscuits. Do you have any tea biscuits?
I believe I've got something. Give me 1 second. And he kind of scurries off back into the tea shop. You hear some like clanking and clanging, a few curse words sprinkled in here and there because he is a dwarf after all. And eventually he kind of emerges a little bit later. And he's got some of like the equivalent of like really good like ginger snap cookies.
Ooh, my favorite.
Good. Just like, this sounds like a tea cookie. So yeah, he's got those like nicely arrayed on a little tea tray. But yeah, so he'll set those down, and I think probably around the time that he does, one of his other regulars, a much more elderly dwarven lady, sort of comes up and says that she just has to talk to him about his vanilla offerings, and he sighs back to the mundane and goes inside. I want to be this dwarf's friend, I swear. Anyway, so yeah, so what do you do?
I sit and have my tea cakes and my tea, and I watch people. And I judge them.
Harshly judged.
I would just like to say,
it's not Flortma if he's not judging.
Those boots with
I would just like to say you are inhibiting the most British pastime ever. Tea, biscuits, people judging and watching. And I'm so proud of you.
Booker has quite opinionated on the fact that he can't leave the room right now. I don't know if you guys heard that, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, you see plenty of people just strolling on by, doing this, doing that. And it's always amazing how many people like don't realize that even though like they're walking and they're not walking like with anybody, they're still like walking in public, and they'll still like do or like say things that they maybe normally wouldn't, even if it's just like to themselves. So you you also catch glimpses of your people watching people that are also judging those around them, like every once in a while. Like, you know, occasionally like somebody will stroll past with a very colorful choice of outfit for the day. You're maybe wondering if that dwarf intended to wear lime green and neon yellow and pink at the same time, or if he just picked the clothes with his eyes, or picked the clothing with his eyes closed this morning.
Ooh, that outfit might elicit an audible gasp. Ooh. Ooh.
Sassygasp.exe.
Goodness. So yeah, honestly it's probably like a pretty good morning. Eventually, you know, you finish the entire pot of tea that you had purchased of the specialty of the abyssal fire, and stuff like that. There've been maybe like one or two other patrons throughout the day that have come and gone. Nobody else has left with a canister of the abyssal fire, as predicted. But yeah. So and after, I think after a little bit, maybe it's the shifting shadows of sort of the town and everything like that. Maybe it's like the shadows with the gold of sunlight coming through. But you maybe recall that you haven't spoken with Anubis for a bit.
I think I will pack up the rest of the cookies, however many are left.
Are there any left?
I think so, because I want to share. I want to share my tea and my cookies.
He may be a judgmental bitch, but he is a sharing judgmental bitch.
Oh, but I'm not going to tell you it's spicy.
That's fair. That is very fair.
So before I get up, I will drop 2 more gold on the table.
All right.
And then I will head back to the inn or the tavern for some meditation.
All righty. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. Well, yeah, if you, of course, you know, you probably pass a couple of people that you recognize like on the way, just because you guys have been here enough times now. And all of that. So, you know, just sort of like, hey, how are you? What's going on? Kind of thing as you're going. And eventually you arrive back at the tavern. You, I think as we mentioned, you made sure that you're like, no, I want my own room.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have your own room. I think like the maid service or whatever has been in here because there is still like one of those when they have people like consistently staying, just to make sure shit doesn't get like too unruly, let's say. But yeah, but I'm sure that you've like cleared out kind of a little space for that and everything. So if you want to commune with Anubis, go ahead and roll me religion.
Religion.
Mm.
These digital dice do not like me today. 5.
Oh goodness.
But I can light the candle and the incense to.
Yes. If you want to do that, I think it takes a little bit of time. Like maybe you're kind of like, all right, here we go. Let's try that again. So I think like after probably like about half an hour or something like that, you can try the roll again. Dramatic roll boy.
Oh my fucking god.
What?
I rolled worse. 3.
I feel like he should Kitsune, are you able to toss in a cash in for advantage maybe? Since you didn't reach enough to get Loki, you can at least do that.
Oh, whoops.
Totally not me bribing my chat right now to help the game.
Do you have honestly, you know what?
He sadly does not. Fuck!
You know what? Actually, just for being so in character with like the people watching and shit, I'm gonna say that you have inspiration if you want to use it. I need to be better about remembering to give that out anyway.
I think I will.
You sure you want to use the digital dice? Oh, okay.
I have one of the dice that Brian gave me.
Aw, that's nice. What'd you got?
Natural 20.
Oh my god. Amazing. So yeah, I think you sort of do like the reach, and then you try, and then it's like you're almost there, and then it's sort of like, do you offer him a tea cake?
Absolutely.
There you go. I think that's what does it. It's like, I'll give you a tea cake. Amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, I think that's what finally kind of makes it happen for you. So you bribe your god into showing up. God, I'm fine. Sorry. So, excuse me, Brian. Sorry, Brian said in the chat, "Daddy dies for the win," and now I can't unsee it.
That's what it's called. That's the set's name.
Seriously?
Yeah. Yep.
Is the 20 a pair of handcuffs? I just can't tell.
I'll send you some.
God. Anyway, I'm fine. This is fine. Sorry. So anyway, you finally break through once you offer the tea cake. And I think when you open your eyes, you're back. You're on that. You're on that ethereal kind of plane, like that, just like, you know, kind of thing. So you open your eyes, and there is Anubis in all of his deific glory. I think that's the word. In all his deity inspired glory. And he looks as impassive as ever, but you do notice that his hand is just a little bit outstretched.
It's like, give me the tea cake.
You said tea cake. Are you good?
Wait.
Oh no. I am concerned. Why? Anubis, no, that is not what's happening.
Anubis, yes.
Oh dear Lord.
Oh. Okay, I'm better.
Anubis. Anyway, I mean, not quite. He's got the loincloth. I don't know what to call that. Anyway, so fuck you first. So you so yeah, as I said, he does have his hand like very slightly extended though.
And I of course give him the cookie, the
Yeah.
ginger biscuit.
he takes it and honestly, I think just kind of like holds it up like, so that's what this is, and then just sort of. I don't think it's necessarily that like he actually opens his mouth to physically eat it. I think it's more like he just kind of looks at it and then kind of does like one of these and then it's just gone. He has consumed the offering. But yeah, so he sort of looks down at you because that's about like that's in the way he can because he's quite tall. I see you have been successful in your recent endeavors.
We have.
Congratulations are in order. I am admittedly concerned at what was within the zealot's blood. Did you find anything else of note before the barrier collapsed?
We found an old diary from the head priest and a water elemental. She was an elemental, right?
Ish. She's a little unique, so to speak. She slash they called themselves the all-seeing spring, which you do remember that. And he is sort of water elementals are not uncommon in remote pools of water. Why was this one of note?
She was hidden away in a mine behind a illusion, behind an illusion. And she feeds on memories.
That is where the all-seeing spring went. I see. I had wondered if it had been removed as it was no longer accessible. Well, it is good to know that such a repository, even as unique as that, has not been destroyed. It is a very unique being.
Yes, she is.
But very well. Well, I'm glad that you have had so much success in everything that has gone on recently. I know that the city itself weighed heavily upon you.
I wanted to burn it down.
I don't believe I should condone such wanton acts of destruction, but I understand the compulsion in this case. It was once something good in itself that was then made wrong in a very disconcerting manner.
Disconcerting is a nice way to describe it.
I have some idea that the other powerful gems, I believe the mortals call them the elite gems, are not, are still in existence, but I don't know if any are currently in use, as they can create a bit of a blind spot in a deity's oversight of the mortal plane. It is a little difficult to see where you cannot see, if that makes sense.
So you're saying that you don't believe, do you believe any more gods are trapped in the gems or no?
I do not know. I am not aware of any I'm not aware of any common uh, popular, I should say, gods that have gone missing inexplicably. There is one other, but from what I understand from his pantheon, that may have been something of their own division. He may simply be encased in a prison, in a punishment tomb of some kind somewhere. Um,
And who is that?
one of the Norse gods. They're trickster, Loki, I believe, is the name. I don't associate much with his kind. I don't understand practical jokes very well, or impractical ones.
I'm
Someone from devotion said that's fair.
I'm certainly certain that that's of Loki's own doing.
From what I've heard, most likely. However, there is also a high likelihood that something else, as something else with great power, such as a solar or planar being, something that is similar to, I believe you would call it an Asimar, one of the winged powerful beings, but much more powerful, something that would assist a deity in their day-to-day doings. Those are not, those are very powerful and can be summoned, but are not kept accounted for. It's entirely possible some of those, some demigods, or even some of the lesser known gods that have waned in power may have been used for this purpose if they could have gotten an actual well followed deity like Lathander in the first place. But we won't know until we find the particular beings or gems themselves. It has been some time since you have communed with me. Did you have any specific knowledge you maybe wanted to seek? Oh, you're muted.
We are at a crossroads now. We've taken care of, what did we take care of? Moonstone.
Mm-hmm.
The queen is on her tour. And it seems we've gotten a little sidetracked from our primary quest. Where should we go next to find Missy?
Yes, your your hidden spell. Sorry, one sec. She is a difficult being to pin down. She moves constantly and has a potpourri, let's say, of various enchantments. Oh, hi.
Dead Mom has entered the live stream.
Oh, am I muted? Oh,
Yeah.
hi.
Hello.
I'm sorry. I know I'm totally interrupting you guys.
Fine.
Okay. 'cause it's time to go.
So who's winning? Who's winning?
Are you winning? We are as a whole.
We are so far. I
We
guess.
are so far, but
Is
depending
anybody
on the DM,
dead or wounded?
No,
Not
thank
Not
God.
yet. One of them is
It depends.
one of us is a sheep, but that's
Yeah,
that's
one of them turned
temporary.
into a sheep.
It also depends. Do you mean physically or emotionally wounded?
I meant in the game. Wounded. Any of our characters? Do
Not
I
yet.
do I need to worry about anyone?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Now.
No. Okay.
Everything's
All right.
fine.
It's all right, I think. Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh. Okay. Cool. Where are we at in the storyline? Just so I can be up to speed.
There's a lot. Drax and Isla, which plays Drax. Drax and Isla, my character, are engaged now, and my
Okay.
character can see now. She's no longer blind.
Okay. We can see we're not blind.
Yes, we're not blind. We're engaged. Sierra and Darren are doing just fine. Sierra's parents, her birth parents, just went on a trip. And now we're taking over basically the shop that they own, and we're making sure everything runs smoothly.
Okay.
So everything's good.
Mom and Dad
Okay.
really needed a
We-
vacation.
Released a god that was trapped inside of a gem.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot.
Well, I'm sending you all love and virtual cupcakes,
Oh.
and I will let you get back to your game. But I just wanted to pop in and say hi. Okay, bye.
Love you, Mom.
For those of you in
Everyone,
chat wondering,
Den
that
Mom.
is our resident Den Mom. That is
Yep.
Hannah's
Yes.
mom.
We have the best. We have the best den mom. I'm just saying.
Then Dad came in and then walked out the door, so I don't know where the heck he went. But okay.
Den Dad. Den Dad. Okay, sorry. So so yes, she is very difficult to pin down. She has a veritable potpourri of enchantments and spells and charms to make her location vague and fuzzy to my senses. And she remains on the move fairly consistently. The only thing I can still say for certain is that she is somewhere within the Azure mountain range. But I can't quite tell if it's to the north, the south, or by any particular city, just because it is so erratic.
So we're in the right neighborhood.
Yes, at the very least.
And can you tell me anything about Garnet? It was Garnet's the missing city, right?
Funnily enough, Garnet is the city and the name and like Missy's actual name. But yeah, Garnet is it is a gem that used to exist here, and there is like I think there was some supposition that there may have been like a city linked to it because every other gem does. But no one has any fucking record of it.
Well, Anubis might.
Possibly.
Can you point us in the direction of the city or town of Garnet?
Garnet. That is a location I have not visited for quite some time.
That's a name I've not heard in a long time. A
You're
long
right.
time.
It's been 84 years.
Oh. I need to do some things. I'm gonna put you down. I know it's terrible. But yeah. Anyway. What is my map? Berry. Things shift and move on the mortal plane in strange ways occasionally. But from what I can recall, there was something on one of the furthest west points or furthest east points of your kingdom. The city was nearly on what you now call the studded cliffs, and it was very difficult to get to for mortals, of course. But if you could get there, there were supposedly very vibrant and very beautiful red gems that were distinct from ruby. I believe that is all I can recall for here now. It is one of the furthest west points that you can access, but you have to go through the mountain ranges and through the mountains themselves. You can't access it by sea or by air because of the very violent conditions that the sea and wind have around the cliffs.
Out of character,
Mhm.
I'm looking at the map, and there is a city to the east where you wrote Azure Mountains that I can't read. Is it Granite?
That might be where I wrote studded cliffs. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, it's the left of Studded Cliffs.
Yeah, so the studded cliffs is just kind of the general name for basically the west of the continent is a pretty sheer drop from land to sea. Like think not quite as tall as like the cliffs of Insanity from Princess Bride, but like that. Very sheer drop, very, very what am I thinking? Inhospitable, to say the least. And the reason that they're called the studded cliffs is that they do have like gems and other things kind of studded in there, as well as like little pieces of ore and vein.
Sparkly cliffs.
Right, but you can't get to them by sea because the sea is extremely violent around there, and like your boat would be pulverized. And you can't get to them by air because of the way that just the cliffs are formed and how long they are and the way that it all interacts. The wind is too intense. Like birds don't fly here. Birds are like, fuck that shit. So yeah, so it's it's a very inhospitable region. So only people that kind of have a death wish actually try to get anything out of the studded cliffs. But yeah.
Well, you know what we're gonna do.
Oh Lord, help you all.
But
But
no,
yeah.
there's a city or a town to the left of where, between where you wrote Azure Mountains and studied.
Oh, gotcha. That's Granite.
Okay.
It's pretty far out there, but it's not technically the farthest that you could go.
But it's a good starting point.
But also, Granite is completely underground too.
Yeah, and Granite's
Oh.
totally underground. Y'all have been there before.
Yeah, we've been there before, but I couldn't read it, so I wasn't entirely sure.
Oh yeah. Oh goodness.
Well, thank you. That gives us a starting point of where to look for her.
Of course. Hubris is something that causes downfall in many a powerful mortal. It is entirely likely that it could be hers as well. And it is something that you could use. I would advise to keep your eyes open for the opportunity.
Thank you. Good to know. One last thing. We haven't seen the necrotic patches in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
I've had no sense of their energy either. I do not know if she overstretched and needs to recover, or if she has directed her energy to other more destructive endeavors in the meantime. But something, as you mortals would say, something in my gut tells me that it isn't over.
Thank you.
Of course.
And I give him another biscuit.
It disappears just like the first one, but he is quite pleased. You just know.
He was just like, for the Florma can't hear, but he's like,
Okay. But yeah.
I have nothing more for him.
All right. Cool. So yeah, so you blink, and when you blink the second time, you're back on the mortal plane. Maybe feeling a little stiff, stretch, all that good stuff. Stretching is good for you. Yeah. Alrighty, so Florma, I think that is your scene. I'm guessing you're probably gonna process all that and then pass it on to everybody when we get the chance. Okay, and I think I made my note. So let's see. Do we want to take a quick break and then reconvene and then do some of the remaining scenes?
Sure, that works.
All right, cool.
I shall run a break.
Alrighty. Hello, Booker. What can I do for you? You small boy. You small dumb boy. You small dumb boy. Yes, you are.
I just wanted to scream to break the silence.
Sorry, I'm like hyper focusing on this.
Yeah, I didn't want to actually scream though because I saw that Paige is wearing headphones. So
Wearing headphones and handling sharp objects.
Ooh, what is that?
What?
Oh, that's Android 18's jacket.
Ooh.
Is it not Android 18?
Bridget's holding something up. She's also muted.
It's Trunks.
Look, it's been a while since I watched any Dragon Ball. Leave me alone, okay?
Well, I get to do Bulma and Trunks now because I'm working on a cosplay for both of them. So
Nice.
Oh,
I'm gonna be working on a older a few videos for Drax when he's older, because I now have a salt and pepper wig. So yeah.
I found some sounds that I want to do for Sutha, but I'm not really good with like special effects, and there's that transition that people are able to do where like you transform into like the cartoon version of your like if people are like doing something from the MCU, they're able to like if they're doing any character that they're cosplaying or that they look like, what they'll do is they'll like do themselves the thing that they're cosplaying themselves, the thing that they're cosplaying, and it'll go really, really fast.
Oh, like the pyro thing.
Yes.
Yeah, the pyro trend.
I want to do that with Sutha, but with a bear.
Ooh.
But I'm not very good at that shit, so I don't know how it'll turn out.
I love it. That's amazing.
Also, that sound, I don't want to be like Bear.
Yes.
I don't want to be strong like Pretty Man. I want to be strong like
Bear.
a woman who fights bear in the forest.
I am the bear in the woods.
I will both fight bear in woods and I will be the bear you can fight in the woods. You can catch these paws.
Oh my god, that needs to be a t-shirt.
You can catch these parts.
No. We need to make a t-shirt.
It's
like
just it's
hair
Sutha.
print?
No, mine it's Sutha holding her hands like this, and it's bear claws.
No.
Sutha.
It just needs to be like bear handprints on your boobs. Catch these paws.
I know what I'm doing this weekend.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get on my drawing pad in a minute if you're not careful.
Also, he's got a gun on his butt now.
Yeah.
Butt
Butt
gun.
Butt gun.
Butt gun.
Picture us like
We
butt gun.
cracking guns.
First stick out of our fucking.
Look.
We spend
like-
too much time together.
like at some point, the amount of times that people in this group do something like in unison, I'm surprised we're not all like siblings separated at birth.
Oh god.
Age.
We will reach our peak when we can all in unison say there is no war in Bossing Say.
No, where someone does no, it's when someone does something in their real personal life, and all of us in unison turn and go, "What did you do?"
It's at that moment all of our minds have synchronized into the cosmic void.
Okay,
That'd be
but
scary.
also, Icarus saying that Darren is going to intercept Drax on Drax's way to the shop has me concerned.
It's like, oh no. My mischievous,
Oh, no.
my mischievous boyfriend and my mischievous brother. Whatever could go wrong?
For the record, that T-shirt needs to be black and it has to have white bear paws, and it does need to say "Catch these paws."
Catch these paws.
All right, Mitch and I will work on something this weekend.
No, I just thought it'd be funny. I'm sorry. I don't even know why.
No, that's great.
No, we're doing it.
We're
It's
doing
happening.
The image that brought to my mind of the Sutha with bear paws is from his Green Lantern when he from the comic we had all the Green Lantern rings. It's like great big grin on her face and just bear paws.
No. That means we need one for Isla too, because it's the wolf. Catch these paws.
Or
All of y'all need to be able to turn into fucking animals. Get on that shit.
I can't
Well, I'm
turn
already
into a
a weird
raven,
class.
but I can sprout wings.
I am currently a
Catch
sheep.
these feathers.
At level
these
20, I
feathers.
can sprout wings.
Catch these bars.
No. Yours would have horns, like goat horns, like it'd be catch these horns.
Catch this.
Oh no! Mine is still catch these hands, but one of them has like the gem in the hand.
Okay,
Is it text from somebody in the bathroom? I think it's a text from somebody in the bathroom.
actually,
It is.
like quick question for all of you guys. Like, if you were to affiliate Drax with an animal, what would you affiliate him with?
Tasmanian devil.
The
Why is that
fact
fit?
that she had no hesitation.
No hesitation.
That means she's been thinking about this since day one.
Also, I may have given Icarus an idea.
Oh yeah.
Darren's a ferret.
No.
Darren's a ferret.
Fair.
Again, why does it fit?
Drax is a Tasmanian devil just because they're cute and adorable and you want to cuddle it, but it's like no touch.
It will also murder you. No, that's why I associate Drax with a honey badger.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that.
Because we all know he is Hufflepuff. Anyway.
Laughs in Slytherin. Also,
be very
side note
careful
on
with
that.
that insulted look. I am a Hufflepuff.
No, funnily enough, I when I went to go to my
Hey, I mean, Isla's a Hufflepuff, so.
I went on a Pokemon selling adventure the other day, I forgot my regular mask I used to keep in my car, so I go into the comic book shop to sell some guys some cards, and he has masks there. He's like, can I buy one of those? Because I forgot my mask. It's like, and the one everything else was Christmas, and there was one Slytherin one. I'm like, I'm home.
Lortma would be a very slinky, silky looking black cat.
Yeah.
I see that.
Yep.
I don't want to say that Sierra would be a raven because it's very basic and boring. But if she were a raven, she would have an aesthetic pink feather.
Just one.
Yes.
Just one
Just-
aesthetic pink feather.
Just right there, just right in front of.
Or
No,
I
she'd
feel
be,
like
she'd be a
an owl.
magpie, but all the white feathers are pink.
I feel like she would also be an owl, like a snow owl. I don't know why.
I see it.
You know, I feel like a raven with just like one pink feather is the bird equivalent to the emo kid.
One streak, color streak in
It's
his
just
hair.
like, God, mom.
Mom,
Whoa, I feel so called out now.
You know how ravens
Zinc
can mimic
and
sounds?
Zinc would be a baby goat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ravens can mimic sounds, so it could just play the G note on command.
I
Ca, 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 ca.
has anyone seen a picture of a quokka?
Quokka? Yes, I have seen the Quokka. He's
Follow
like,
hourly Quokka on Twitter.
Yes.
That is zinc to me. It's just like the happily bubbly, and you don't know what's going on behind those eyes.
He doesn't have a thick clue what's
go back.
going on.
They
Michael,
are
you poor
the
sweet
fucking
thing.
cutest things on the planet. I swear to God.
Did you know that it's actually illegal to touch quokkas because they are protected animals in Australia?
Aw.
You can
And
take
yet they
pictures
want to
with them.
come
You
up to
can't
you and
touch
say
them.
hello.
They,
That's why-
they will come up to you and say hello. You just can't touch them. Like you're free to take pictures. Of them.
What if it crawls onto you?
If it crawls onto you, that's different. You could not actively pick it up.
Okay, fair.
I don't, and it wouldn't know how to react if you ran away from it. Because why would you run from it?
Why would you run away from a face like that, though?
They're so cute.
It's so cute.
They are named the happiest animal in the world. But yeah, no, they're generally very, very friendly. But because they are like a viral creature, people will try to have them as exotic pets, but they are protected. Much like slow lorises.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love those.
Yeah, but
One of the
they
most terrified looking creatures on the planet. Just
they're adorable, but they are venomous.
They're supposed to be like out at night, and everyone's always like bright flash, lights, woo, and they're like, I hate it.
There's a gland in the armpits in which they lick, and they accumulate venom in which they bite for when they get.
That's why illegal exotic pet dealers trim their teeth.
They say trim. More like...
They remove their teeth so that they can't do that.
Yep.
It's fucked up.
So to anyone who has a slow loris, fuck you. Protect them. Don't fucking pet them. Assholes.
Another wild animal that you cannot pet, but I really want to hug is the manatee. Like they just look huggable.
As a Floridian,
they are water cows.
They are so sweet. They're really sweet. And like I went once and we were on a boat and we turned off the engine because you don't want to hurt them, all that kinds of stuff. But they would come up and they would rub themselves against the boats. And it would rock the boat. We're like, oh, hi.
I just want to give you a big hug.
They just, everything I've seen about them is they're so friendly. Like they want to go and play with scuba divers, with kayakers.
They're very friendly.
They're just sitting there like, I can't touch you. You're a protected species. But they're like, love me.
Now, if they touch you, then it's not your fault. But if you actively go out and touch them, then that's not okay.
I swear to God, these things are hypnotoad. They're so adorable, and it's like, pet me, give me head pats. Like I can't. Whoa.
What were you about to say, Paige?
If I remember, back during the glory of the pirating days, pirates originally mistaken manatees for mermaids.
Yes,
because they saw the tails.
That is true.
Yeah.
Imagine if that's what Jack Sparrow had to capture during On Stranger Tides. Just a little manatee.
Another animal that I find incredibly cute, but people say is ugly. Sloths.
Oh,
They're
so placid, and they're just so like.
Also, I love the sound that they make when they're little babies.
You just shout.
I love this video so much.
But my favorite animal of all time will always be an otter, because they are so cute.
What?
An otter.
Otters have a very dark side.
They like alone they are adorable, but when they see a predator, they can gang up on a fucking crocodile and beat the shit out of it.
We them boys.
Oh, they have a much darker side than that. They will like rape other animals or dead animals.
Oh yeah.
We are live, sir.
Right?
What?
You're talking about, I missed part of the conversation. You're talking about seals,
Otters.
right?
Otters.
Well, seals, but also otters.
Oh, yeah. Seals,
and ducks.
And walruses. Poor penguins. I'm just saying.
Dolphins are assholes. They pass around blowfish like they're blunts.
Dolphins. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They
Also,
are.
Orca?
Orcs are actually not bad.
Orcas
Well-
terrorize seals.
I was gonna say it depends on where you are in the food chain.
What I will say about dolphins, and I'll keep this blunt. They are the only other mammal who will rape, as well as conduct in necrophilia.
Unfortunately. But yeah, orcas I saw this really interesting thing where they were trying to figure out what the fuck was happening with a bunch of sharks because a bunch of like great whites and other sharks were just turning up missing or were turning up dead with their livers missing in this one specific area of the Pacific. Turns out it was one very determined and very picky orca hunting them down just to eat its liver. Just a fucking like Hannibal Lecter fucking orca.
Wasteful.
Right? But no, just one liver.
With a nice Chianti and some
I
coffee.
vaguely remember pictures of like just great white sharks with just random chunks out of them, and everyone being like, "What the fuck caused this?" I remember that now.
There was a case study of a great white shark that had a tracker on it, and the tracker went further deep into the ocean, further than any great white shark had ever gone. But here's the thing: its body temperature stayed the same, which is an indicator that it was inside something. That tracker then was found on a beach, but it was a tail of a shark that had the tracker on it, and it was bitten. And I'm just like, who the?
Nope.
What sea creature bit a fucking great white shark in half?
Kraken or megalodon, they're just chilling.
I'm convinced there were
Squid.
megalodons in the ocean. We just haven't seen them. I'm convinced.
There's a
More
lot
than
of
likely was squid. Big squid.
There is only one. Like, there's not like no one's ever seen them alive, but there's a dead giant squid. I can't remember where. I think it's in the World Health Organization.
Probably.
A bit. Hold on.
Either way. So,
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I gotta go. I have to wake up early for work tomorrow.
okay, fair enough.
I'm gonna have to scootaloo.
Totally fine.
Don't worry, Penny.
I
love you
kind
all.
of figured that we would have to do this over like 2 sessions. So we'll just make sure to do Drax's with you next time. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Take care of yourselves. Good night.
Bye.
Okay. So let's see. Bup it up it up. Sorry, let's see who's next. Yay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Can't be that one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so Darren.
The fear. The
We
fear.
both looked up at the same time.
Okay, I gotta say, it made you.
I'm halfway through excitedly opening my bag of chips, and I hear David. I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, no, but because of the way the background kind of cut it off, I swear to God, I heard all the God when you flipped it up, I thought you were holding a fucking shoe.
Oh,
First went out of my head, and it's like,
I would have laughed so hard I would have fallen out of my chair if you had actually like had a shoe when I had said Darren and you looked up in that fashion.
my brain was like,
I mean, I do have a pile sitting right here.
I have no doubt.
Why do you have a pile of shoes, Darren?
Here's this kind.
They're from his victims.
Here's this kind.
He's the left shoe bandit.
Technically, it's a slipper sock.
It's a little bit. Oh my
We
God.
have a lot in common. Actually, are these left shoes?
I swear if they are.
One of them is. The other one is just a random right shoe.
That's Regina's.
They say you put a little bit of yourself in every D&D character.
I don't know where Tahiri came from then, because that's scary.
Oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. So, Darren, it is the day of your planned excursion.
Oh God.
So, you have worked out with Drax at this point, because as mentioned, you had intercepted. You worked out with Drax that Adrian will be properly provided and cared for, and everything is good. How do you plan to do this?
Well, I guess I have to intercept Zinc as well.
Probably at some point. Yeah, you probably snagged Zinc after he's returned from his own trip. So this is probably like several days into vacation. So yeah, you probably snagged Zinc maybe a little bit after he first gets back.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Oh, you're back. You're back. I'm gonna need you later. Just be aware.
Okay.
All right, good shit. So, for the day of, you have things in place. You have the brother will be cared for. You have your transport. How you gonna do this?
I'm scared. I'm just gonna focus on this.
Darren is going to, well, depending on wherever Sierra is or whatever she's doing. I'm assuming she's just working around the shop.
Probably in the shop.
She's probably scamming a customer right now.
It's some asshole from Crystal Lake who thinks he knows better because he's
I knew him as a kid. He came here every summer. And like, it's you, bitch.
He's like, right.
Yeah. It's good to see you too.
He does not recognize you at all. Even after you tell him your name, he does not recognize you.
Yeah, douchebag.
Can I just be hovering in a please leave way?
Yes. Would you like to make me an intimidate roll?
That's gonna go great. My intimidation is not high.
Well, it's hard to intimidate when you're a twink.
Yeah. Twink who spends its whole life just in the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5.
He doesn't fucking notice you at all.
Like he feels like he's trying to bore, but he's like so far in the background that no one even knows he's fucking there.
But funnily enough, all we can see of you is your left shoe. But yes, I've handled all the finest gems, and these are quite something. Sierra, are these the best gems that you have to offer for what he's asked for?
Every diamond he's looking at is a cubic zirconia.
Beautiful.
Can I also?
Yes, this is the finest gem shop in town. I'm glad you stopped by our establishment.
Yes, well, I do like to spread my good fortune on others.
Yes, I'm sure you do like spreading stuff on other people.
I would like to sneak up behind this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Roll for
do
me.
I see him do this?
Roll perception for me.
Oh God, because my desk is covered. I'm just gonna use my digital roller tonight.
25.
The dice be in your favor. 25.
Perception would be natural 1, bitch.
You're too focused on how much of a fuck ass this guy is.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Like you're just sort of like, wow. You came here every summer. I remember your ass. You came here every summer. I helped you every summer. Yeah, no, he has no fucking clue you're there. And he's just kind of droning on and on, but he is like pulling out his pouch to lay down the very excessive price that these diamonds are fetching.
Yep. She charged definitely 500 gold apiece. Yeah. She's that bitch.
As the transaction continues and drones on, and he seems like he's not gonna leave, Darren's just gonna go, please leave. Like, over his shoulder.
Oh my!
I apologize for him.
You shouldn't speak up on people like that. It's quite frightening.
Out.
I'm in
What's
the
the-
middle of a transaction here, darling.
Out.
Well, I do want my gems here, and he just kind of like, nah, like a pouch.
She
at
just
me.
Okay then. Have a
And
good
just
day,
kind of
sir.
like they're probably, are they in like a little like gem baggie, or like were they in a
They're
case?
in a little chest.
Okay, cool. He takes that with
Mhm.
him.
Have a good day. And then she'll immediately turn to Darren. What the fuck?
Well, he was extremely annoying. You have to admit that.
Yes, but I have to be able to milk them to get the most money out of them.
And you succeeded. Now we're
I
closing
could've-
up.
It's not even closing time. Why are we closing up shop this early?
Because we have plans. Let's go.
What plans?
We have plans.
You never informed me of any plans.
Darren's already going over the door and like turning the sign
I
and
never
locking
should have
the
told you.
door.
I never should have told you how to run the shop. I'm gonna regret this.
Amazing.
Fine, because I'm wearing the standard sort of dress and stuff that I have to wear for the shop. Let me go change then. I'll be right back downstairs. And she's gonna head upstairs and change into
Good.
just. Oh God, what clothes does she have? I think she'll just find some kind of like plain old dress that she would usually wear around town. Just something casual.
Mm-hmm. Alright, yeah, no, totally fair.
She'll have a freaking garter belt underneath with the straight razor attached to it, because always got to keep a weapon on hand.
Yeah, of course. Lol.
Mhm.
Oh man.
She'll head back downstairs. All right. What are these plans that we have tonight?
Right. Zing! And he's gonna call up.
What?
And by the way, he's not like he still has like his glamored armor, so it just looks like a regular outfit, but he's not wearing any disguise at all. Like he's not utilizing his hat, he doesn't have anything, he's just like himself.
Hello.
I have many concerns now.
It's fine.
You never
You're
mentioned.
you're sending us to port.
What was that?
You're sending us to a port town.
Wait, what? No. I cannot leave to go to a port town. I have to look after Adrian.
No, you don't. It's already been taken care of. Drax is
No, I promised my mother I would stay in town to look after him.
And Drax is here. We're having a date night.
I don't trust the two of them together.
Okay, Floatma's also here.
I'm terrified to have Floatma babysit my brother. No offense to him. I love Floatma very dearly.
Isla's very sensible.
She's also...
Date night.
Alright. Date night it is, I guess.
Okay, so I have like
Just don't send us to Pearl. That's where my parents are right now. I'm going to be very concerned if I pop up there. Not just them, probably a whole bunch of other people too.
ooh, actually, I have the perfect place.
Where are you sending us?
You'll find out when we get there.
And for this one time, we don't have to do the percentage.
Is anyone else coming with us?
No.
Nope.
Okay. and he'll do the thing where he like summons the pillars of teleportation and boop. Also low, in case I arrive and I'm a potted plant.
We're not gonna roll for this one time.
Okay. So the only port town that I have access to is Abalone.
Hey, perfect.
So, poof. So it's at the teleportation circle though, because I've never been here. So, I'll hang out nearby whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah, do you want, since we have kidnapped you for the night, do you want a few gold so you can grab yourself dinner or something?
Oh no, I got my payout. I'm totally fine.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
Are you guys spending the night here?
I have no idea what's going on.
In that case, I'll go to the nearest tavern. I'll see you guys soon.
All right.
Out of disguise, into, we'll say like a female dwarf.
So yeah. Alrighty. So so Darren, you've been to Abalone at least a couple of times probably over the years, here and there. There's always some merchants, something or what have you, something that needs killing. But
job.
Yeah. But the town is huge and bustling and just full of life and just activity, but in kind of the best way. The salty smell of the sea, like the feel of that like really fresh sea breeze is just blowing in because it's evening now and it comes in at night. The fresh scent of that is just blowing in over both of you. Sierra, I'm sure it's bringing back a lot of really great memories of just like ocean. You can see a bunch of the ships out at port. You can hear people being raucous and rowdy in a bunch of the taverns and stuff near here. The teleport circle is set up kind of closer to like the merchanty kind of areas anyway, because usually if you need to go somewhere that fast, you've got like business deals or some other shit to attend to, and if you don't, then you'll usually find something else, like if you're aristocracy, for example. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of like big rowdy stuff here. I think I mentioned last time that the best inn in this town was the Pearl's Bane. But that's a little more probably upscale than y'all are wanting for the night. There is, however, nearby one of the other more notorious, let's say, taverns that probably Sierra has been in, even if Darren hasn't, because I don't see him being that much of a tavern dude. Even if he was trying to get info, because it's just a little too like, I don't know, I always feel like it's a little too loud and rowdy if you actually like hear anything. Either way,
found himself in some sketchy dives. You never know.
It's called, because my brain is borked. It's the Raucous Raven. Fuck it. And the Raven is detailed on the sign with a bunch of really, really dark pieces of abalone that kind of had that greenish shimmer to them, similar to the actual animal. There we go. But yeah, it's just as lively as ever. Y'all can hear music inside, the lights are blazing, you can see a bunch of people kind of like weaving as they're coming out and like just laughing and having a good time. As you'll get a little bit closer, some guy gets literally booted through the saloon style doors, and you hear like and it's like, and don't let me get you cheating in here again.
Well, this should be fun.
I have not been to this tavern in years.
He's going, before they go in, he's going to just grab her hand and just go, that's kind of the point, love. And then bring her inside.
Ah, God damn it! I'm gonna get a cavity from this. This is so sweet.
Ah. Enjoy.
Alright. Okay, as soon as we walk in, are there any people that I recognize from my pirating years?
Let's see.
That I should be concerned about?
I don't
There's
know
a
if there's
random
anybody.
halfling part. No.
Oh my god!
I don't know if there's necessarily anybody that you should be concerned about. There's probably a few people that you kind of offhandedly recognize from just like over the years that you were
A
specialized
sailor. I was a merchant marine.
Yeah. Probably a few people that you recognize. I don't think you see anyone here from your old ship. No. Yeah.
She doesn't know that,
She doesn't
though.
know that. It's just like there's no one here from your old ship.
That crew did not end well.
Ooh. But there are like a couple of people here and there that you recognize from probably from like rowdy nights like this kind of thing, like just getting together, singing shanties, getting hammered on rot gut. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this particular tavern. There are, people bouncing off the walls and like, laughing uproariously. There's a card game in the corner. There's a dice game in the other one. There's a couple of people already completely just wasted and like arms around each other, just swaying and singing off key and not together at all to a sea shanty. You think you kind of recognize it. It might be What Would You Do with a Drunken Sailor, but you honestly can't tell. That's how just out of sync they are.
Yeah.
So
Random twist, it's Chicken on a Raft.
What?
I just literally it started playing on my music. There's a pirate song called Chicken on a Raft, and it's amazing. It's like one of my favorite ones.
Amazing. Okay. So what do y'all do?
I don't know. I was brought here.
I mean, I'll just get a table and drinks and let us chat. And
I think you managed to find a table, but only because it was knocked over and no one else was sitting at it.
I'll fix that.
Yep. It's
Take the
perfectly
dagger
sized for the both of you.
How long have you been planning this?
Not terribly long, but your parents aren't the only ones who need a vacation.
I don't take vacations.
I'm aware.
It's not ideal, especially with how I've been living for the past 6 years.
True. But we've been through, it's been intense lately. I thought maybe you needed a reminder.
I'm sorry, this is just... I'm still kind of blown away by this.
I'll flag down some drinks and some food.
Oh yeah. There's a very capable human, we're gonna say waitress because somebody tried to call her a bar wench and she punched him. So yeah, there's a human waitress who eventually brings you guys over a couple of like big, tall, frothy mugs of ale. But yeah.
Baron will just, I mean, obviously we can role play through whatever, but he's also just gonna like ask about you know, some of the things that she did through those years, and you know, her pirating days and her dungeon delving days, and
Oh God. Um. God, I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember exactly. Did she ever figure out the full extent of what the Siren Song crew actually did, or was she still kept in the shadows on that? I can't remember.
I don't think she knew. The number of people who knew, at least from Callie's point of view, would have been limited,
Yeah.
just because it's not something that the captain bragged about.
Yeah.
So it was really Duncan, Ari, and Aaliyah.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. But she would have known about the boys.
There was one time we doing our how do I describe this without it sounding illegal? Say we got into a little fight with another crew, I guess, at sea. We boarded their ship. And I remember we found a couple of boys caged down below deck.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm. I had no idea what was going on. It pissed Callie off. Something awful. She had me just help take care of the boys while she dealt with the captain of the ship. I think she locked him in a cage and threw him overboard.
The children?
No, she threw the captain overboard, not the children.
That's an interesting way to deal with your problems, that's for sure.
Well, it's because we found the boys in a cage.
Yeah. Sounds like an interesting group you ran into.
Well, I was drifting from town to town. I needed to find work, and I was just like, I could probably just cook and clean around the ship. I had that skill at least, but yeah, stuck with them for about 3 years, and then we made port back in Pearl, and I said my goodbyes to them. Haven't seen them since.
So you somehow managed to find the only pirate crew to take pity on small children. Interesting. That somehow works for you.
I guess it does. After that, I was back to doing odds and ends jobs, finding gems for local buyers and stuff. And that's how I came across Badger up in Agate.
Now that was an interesting day.
Oh God, I still owe him a diamond.
Do you really?
Yeah, I picked up one, I think, after that fight in Granite with the dragons and everything. I think I picked up one there. It's still really hazy.
I mean, we could try and find a rookery, see if we can send it out.
Mm-hmm. I don't really trust sending gems through the mail.
Sure.
If we ever pass by Agate again, I'll just flag him down and repay him.
Knowing that weird fucker, we might find him in just a random town as we travel.
Possibility. Oh God, I don't like that you're rolling, Icarus. I don't like that you're rolling. I am suspicious. I am suspicious of all of this.
You should be. We had some awesome talks.
I am scared about what you have planned.
Mm-hmm.
I am very scared. Yeah.
What?
Because Sierra's very suspicious because David never does anything like this.
When have they had time?
That is very true, too. I'm curious, you're asking a lot about me right now.
Well, like I said, we've had a lot happen, and you've slowly been losing yourself. I I've noticed it for a while. And what a better way to find yourself than to come back here, right?
I have to admit, it was kind of risky bringing me here.
Everything we've done so far is a risk.
Yeah, but there's difference between us fighting necrotic patches risk and then me possibly running into an old rival here risk. That could end up bloodier. Luckily, I haven't seen any people I've swindled in the past.
Well, if that happens, we can easily make our escape.
Why?
It'll
The
be fine.
little blue-haired fellow's somewhere around town.
I didn't hear that. What?
How can we do that? We don't know where Zink is in town unless he stayed in one spot for the evening.
Oh, we could sneak out, find a place to hide. You have that thing. I don't understand magic.
What thing?
Where you can talk in people's heads.
Oh, you mean the tattoo in the back of my neck?
Yes. But didn't you have another one too?
Oh, yeah, that spell. I can only use it a couple times a day, though.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly trying to think of more shit to say. Fuck.
So hey, Sierra. So you had mentioned some people that you had swindled in the past.
Oh no.
Who would you say was the person that you fleeced for the most money? Like you sold him like some shitty ass, I don't know, cubic zirconia and passed it off as a flawless diamond or some shit like that.
Oh god. It's probably some very snooty high elf that we ran into when we made port here in Abalone.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name, but I would remember what he looked like.
Fair enough.
The crew needed money. I was good at persuading people that this was like a real diamond. We made like 1,000 gold that night.
Amazing. So you see that tall fucko just kind of stumble his way into this tavern with like one other guy who looks kind of like smaller and scraggly at his side, that's like got a hand on his sleeve and is pointing at you.
Do I see
And-
it?
And the snooty man, the snooty elf, looks quite livid. And he's shouting something that you really can't hear him over like the noise that's in here. What do you do?
Shit! Is all she squeaks out.
Do I see this interaction?
Oh
This-
yes.
Oh, as you were saying.
As Sierra is looking for the nearest exit now.
Okay. Roll me perception.
Oh god.
Because it's pretty crowded in here, so it might take a minute.
That's not bad, 22.
All right. You remember that there is a service door back behind the bar. But that's the only like clear door that you know will for sure be open. You can see it. It's over the bartender's shoulder. You guys have like you guys have a path to him, but there's a lot of people in here. There's gonna be a lot of jostling to get through.
You also see a devious smile on Dayron's face.
Don't think of anything irrational. I'm trying to think of an escape plan right now.
Escape? He's gonna disappear into the crowd.
No, don't get. Oh, you asshole! And and is the elf guy still approaching me?
Yeah, he's having a bit of a harder time trying to get through, but he's definitely trying. Just like you can kind of see his lips moving, like move and out of the way, like stuff like that, as he's trying to like kind of wriggle through the just mass of people.
Sierra is quickly like, okay, gotta get into character, because she has to do the voice that she used to do when she was a pirate.
Yes.
Can I roll stealth?
Yes. You get advantage because this place is so fucking crowded.
Oh, well, hello there again. Haven't seen you in a few years.
I have been looking for you for so many. Do you know how much you cheated me? I was the laughing stock of my gemology, club for months after I bought your precious pre-approved certified diamond.
Well, given the fact you're part of a geology club and you could not recognize that it was a cubic zirconia instead of a real diamond, I don't really think this is my fault here.
Oh, damn you. I have been looking for you for years to retrieve what you have taken from me. And I demand my compensation. I overpaid you for this.
Sorry, my business policy is I do no refunds, no returns.
And so as he sputters and tries to think of more words, and that was a very, very fun, stupid voice to do, by the way. Darren, what are you doing? He does not see you. I can guarantee it.
Well, first off, I rolled a 29
Oh my fucking god!
for my stealth.
Yeah, no, he has no clue you're there.
Is it just him, or does he have like friends? Like, what's happening?
He has one kind of scraggly, old urchin-y looking informant with him that's got like a very grubby kind of sketch like shoved in a back pocket that's kind of Sierra. Mostly it's the tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got one smaller.
I did not come here disguised.
Which one of them looks tougher?
Oh god, babe,
I mean,
don't.
just by age alone, probably the elf, because the other one looks like he's maybe a mid teenager at most. He's definitely just sort of like, hey, you gave me like 10 gold for this. That's the person in your picture.
Yeah.
So yeah, the elf dude.
He's definitely going to turn the blade around, but whack him in the back of the neck.
This is such a great game night. This is fine.
Are you two at a Vax?
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Hit.
Roll to hit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and if you hit, it's
I'm successfully hidden.
Oh yeah, you.
That means you'll crit if you hit him.
If you should have advantage, so yeah.
18.
Yeah. What?
18?
Oh yes.
Oh my god, you
He
crit.
doesn't have armor on. He just has like fancy clothes.
I have assassinate.
It is non-lethal though, because you.
It's
you
still a
said
crit.
nothing.
It's non-lethal. It's still a crit.
It's still a crit sneak
This
attack
man just,
damage.
you don't even have to roll for the damage. This man just fucking drops. But the thing is, like, the kid's just like,
Can I then just, as he drops, can I just put my arm around the other guy's shoulder and be like, hi?
Hi?
You seem to have a poor choice in bosses.
that's a generous word.
We might want to rethink that a little bit.
Look, man, I was hungry, and he pays if you like take it on. He comes through here like once a month. What do you want?
Just maybe pick your friends a little bit better next time.
10 gold is 10 gold. I don't know what to tell you. I gotta eat.
This guy gives no fucks.
Does he look like, is this guy look like he doesn't have a whole lot?
Oh, he's like a street urchin. He's like an older teen street urchin child.
Yo, I'm gonna just give him the 30 gold.
He does the thing where like people like bite it to see if it's real. He's like, it's real.
Better friends, kid.
Right. Next time I'll just pick his pocket. Thanks. And
Yeah,
he just,
yeah, way better.
he just yeets. However, all the people around you have now noticed that there's an unconscious man on the floor who is spiffily dressed.
Oh no.
And
Do I realize that this is gonna spark a bar fight?
yes, somebody's elbowing something
Shit!
else.
Sierra just ducks under the table immediately.
Gentlemen,
What?
turns around.
Hmm?
Gentlemen.
You hear a little voice in your head, Darren. You are on your own on this one. You brought this upon yourself.
How many people are in this bar?
A good amount. You can reply to Sierra, I believe, right?
Yeah, he can reply.
Are you really going to leave me all on my own?
What?
David's gonna go. Next round's on me.
Wait, did he reply to her, or what's he doing?
Once he hears that in his head, he's like, "Next round's on me."
Are you trying
To everyone, and she can hear it too.
Roll me a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm awesome at those.
This is supposed to be a casual date night.
What?
What'd you roll?
I can't hear you for some reason.
I rolled a 21. I rolled so good.
Everybody at the bar just kind of like looks at each other, looks at you. Okay. And many mugs of ale just start a flying.
I agreed to 1 round. How much is this gonna cost me?
1 round of mid-level shit at this place. Let's see. I think there's probably 40 people in here. It's probably gonna end up costing you about 20 gold, because it's about a silver a piece, or
That's
5 silver a piece, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Sierra
Honestly,
will-
buying a whole, unless you're buying like top shelf liquor, buying a whole round for this place isn't much of a
They're
drop.
already drunk. They won't tell the difference.
Yeah. What's here?
Sierra's gonna slowly appear from under the table after the bar rejoices that Darren is buying drinks for people.
Yeah.
You just successfully talked your way out of a bar fight. That's, I hate to say it, kind of impressive.
So what are we gonna do with? He sits back down at the table and looks down and goes, "So what are we doing with your friend here?" And I'm slowly removing the left shoe.
Does he have a coin purse on him?
Yes, the boy didn't take that.
Snatch it.
All right, fair enough.
That's
What's
compensation
this
for him.
guy's? Do I know this guy's name, or is it going to be random elf asshole's left shoe?
It's snooty elf boy's left shoe. I don't know. No, y'all. I don't even know if Sierra like remembers his name. He's just some
No.
snooty fuck. Yeah, some snooty fuck's left shoe.
Also, I was gonna say, is this person stupid enough to carry, like, stupid and egotistical enough to carry all of his money on him?
You get a good 300 gold from this dumbass's purse.
And that's
And
my
so-
inventory.
Assholes. Left shoe.
Adding 300 gold to my inventory.
I have another shoe.
No, that's that. We should probably finish up our food and get out of here before he wakes up.
Cool.
fights with people in bars.
Technically, I did not pick a fight with anyone. I finished a fight very quickly.
That's still being involved in a fight.
You did not say that.
You're not
I
gonna
thought
tell-
we could spend. I thought we could spend time, enjoy the town, not worry about expectations for a while.
It's fair.
What would you like to do?
Is there a beach in this town?
Oh yeah.
Maybe visit the beach.
Yo. Let's go. How much do I owe for the food?
How much do we owe for foods?
Honestly, it's probably like a gold each.
I give them 5.
All right then. So yeah, so y'all head out to the beach. It's pretty nice, honestly. Most of the people have kind of what? Sorry.
Thing. Just before we leave, I weaken a Bernie's the elf.
you set him up in like a seat.
Yeah. That's all. I don't want him to wake up in the middle of the floor. I'm gonna weaken and Bernie's him.
Okay, fair enough.
If there's a hat,
Had a little too much to drink.
then we can go. That's all I
Okay.
gotta do.
So yeah, so since it's a little later at night, most of the people are like in the taverns or like along kind of the strip, for lack of a better word, in this place. There's not many people on the beach itself, and the beach is of course quite lovely. There's a much heavier a concentration of abalone shells around these beaches, which means that especially under moonlight, it glitters almost like the sand itself is a second like layer of water, just because of how it like shimmers and moves a little bit like with the light. It's very gorgeous, like very lovely. But yeah. So not a lot of people. You guys can kind of just enjoy it. There's moonlight, all that good stuff. Very romantic.
So this is the night, it's a beautiful night, and they call it Bella Notte. I love that song. Okay, it's an adorable song. Fight me.
It's
I
great.
agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll an insight check on Darren and see if he has anything else planned. Because I'm fucking suspicious.
So suspicious. What'd you get?
I don't inside shit. That's an 8.
Everything is A-okay.
Your boyfriend is just like normal. Hard to read.
I don't like this. This evening has been lovely.
Good. I'm glad. Are you feeling any better?
A little bit better.
Good.
So are we spending the night here, or are we heading back to Markopol?
Well, that entirely depends on you. I mean, Drax is willing to watch Adrian for the night. And I'm sure Zink can find some... I'm sure he has no problem finding something to do.
Cut to Zink, he's in the middle of a bar brawl floating around.
Back in the middle of that bar and you just hear, "Fear me, I am your god," as they're all down.
Oh my god.
Have you guys heard of La Thunder?
That's what it is. We just a quick little smash cut to like, And Lathander is totally fine with you drinking a whole lot, so beer me, bitches! Smash cut back.
I mean, I wouldn't mind staying here for the evening.
Sure. I'm sure we can find somewhere to spend the night.
Oh my god, is she gonna react this way? I need to see her or not. Hold on, hold on. Would she say that? Would she say this though? She'll just raise an eyebrow at him and be like, "Are you trying to seduce me?"
Darling, I've been seducing you since the day I've met you.
Oh, who?
Not inaccurate.
I feel really stupid for not noticing.
Oh, not at all. Still, it's nice to finally be able to relax for a bit.
It really is. I don't know what else to say.
At this point, it's just they're gonna hang out, walk the beach for a little bit, find a hotel.
Fade to black.
Exactly. Fade to black. Very nice. Very sweet.
Shit, that means I have to roll.
Yeah.
I forgot that I have that penalty on myself.
The penalty that you wanted to create. I love this party. So yeah.
Safe!
Perfect. So, I think that's probably where we're gonna leave it for the night. I am sorry I didn't manage to get to everybody. I kind of thought that would happen, but either way. I think the last shot that we're gonna have for this session is sort of a honestly, it's probably just a slightly funny last shot, let's be fair, where it's the next morning and it's just Zinc asleep on the floor of a tavern, kind of just hugging an empty tankard.
No, he's hugging the guy who got weakened from Bernie's. He's just hugging him.
He found his way into there. He was like, "Oh, I think you need a friend. You seem really gotten like carried away." Amazing.
A little bit of blood dripping from his ear. He's fine.
Yeah, I think that's a very good last shot. So yeah, so next time we will be able to get Devotions, Suthas, and Draxes, and Sierras specifically. So yeah, we got 3-4. Good.
And Zinks.
Oh, and Zinks. Good lord. Yes, there we go. I can math. I can't math. I'm gay. I can't do math.
That's the requisite.
And honestly, I know like literally. I think I know 2 gays who can do math.
Why do so many of us play D&D?
Math rocks.
Because the math rocks give the serotonin when they go click clack.
Math rocks. Yeah.
The pretty little math rocks control our lives.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I hope you guys had fun. And we'll see some more of these little like individual highlights next time, so that everybody has a very lovely vacation.
Yeah.
Are we playing next week, or when does the hiatus start?
We are playing next week. Because my trip got shifted a little bit, which is kind of, I guess, which kind of like I guess it fits in a way. We'll play next week, and then we'll have like our own little hiatus ourselves, and then we'll be back on the 21st of May.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and cut off the stream here. Thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I will have the VODs uploaded this weekend. Everybody sleep well. Have a great rest of your week. And is it Friday yet? We'll see you all next Friday. Mwah.
Bye.